What's going on, everybody? My name is Bryce, also known as Fisoc, and welcome to our first episode of It Builds Character, the new Dungeons & Dragons campaign that I myself will be the Dungeon Master for. I'm very excited to get on into this first session with you. However, I do feel like I need to cover a few housekeeping things before we get started. First and foremost, I wanted to let you all know that we will be playing Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, as well as using some of the new One Dungeons & Dragons playtest material. One Dungeons & Dragons is the newest edition of Dungeons & Dragons that was just announced as of August 18th, and some of the playtest material, has been released for, well, playtesting. That being said, some of the characters have already decided to switch over their characters to use some of this new playtest material, and if they decide they do not like it, they will just naturally switch back. There's going to be no ifs, ands, ors, or buts about it. Same thing goes for if new playtest material gets added and characters would like to try it out, they will just swap it into their characters, but they have to use stuff that is currently in their character. So if one character, for example, is playing a rogue, they can only take the stuff that is in rogue. They cannot take something that's in warlock or something else, or just swap their class entirely. Just wanted to preface that with you all as well before we get on into this. On top of all of that, I just wanted to let you guys know that this is our campaign. We're going to be doing things the way that we want to run them. I'm going to be running things the way that I want to run them as the Dungeon Master, and I'm going to be the one that has the final say. If you are upset with how I am being the Dungeon Master, I'm sorry, but that's just how it's going to be. Everybody DMs differently, and there is no correct or incorrect way to be a DM, or GM for that matter. As well as that, if we decide that we are not having fun with the recordings, we will let you all know, and we will stop recording these if we still are enjoying the campaign. The reason being, this is supposed to be a Dungeons & Dragons campaign. This is just supposed to be a D&D game among friends, and we just want to have a bunch of fun with it. But since we are all content creators and we love storytelling, we figured this would be a perfect combination for you all, and we want to share this with you all. But I do need to preface, just in case something doesn't go well with the recordings, and we need to stop doing that. I also cannot promise what the upload schedule is going to look like, and I do apologize about that, but all of us are currently working to some degree, and a couple of us are even going to school on top of it. We have a lot of different stuff going on in our own personal lives, and that means that we may not always be able to sit down when we want to play D&D. All of these episodes are going to be pre-recorded, and I will do my best to get them uploaded on a regular schedule, but I do not know what that is going to look like, and I am very sorry about that. But like I said, I will do my best. We do already have the first 2 sessions planned out and the dates for those. The first one is happening actually tonight, August 19th. And the next one is happening next week, August 26th. So it's not like these will be super infrequent, hopefully. But I also cannot make any promises as we get later into the semester and projects start to pile up and people's work starts to increase. I know it sounds like a bit of a downer with all that housekeeping stuff, but I promise you this is going to be a great time, and I hope you all enjoy. We are all extremely excited to get on into this with you, and I'm very excited to share my world that I have been building for over the past 5, 6, 7 years now with you all, and I cannot wait for all of us to tell our story, for the players to tell their story in my world. So without further ado, why don't we step on into my world, and I will see you all in the episode. Thank you all. And welcome to the first episode of our Dungeons & Dragons campaign. I will be your DM through the entirety of this campaign, and alongside me I have a wonderful cast. Would you guys care to introduce yourselves, players? Let's start at my top left. The cat.
Hello, I'm Fruit. My PNG isn't done yet, so we're gonna use Mr. Midnight today. He's gonna be joining us today. My username is Compassion Fruit King, but everyone calls me Fruit because that's a mouthful. Yeah, there's not much to say about me. I'm here. Hello.
Alright. Welcome.
Hello.
Next up, we have the purple-haired demon.
Hello. We love the demon.
The lovely bi demon, which is Girl Spoken. Hello. I'm excited to fucking play, and I'm also like shitting myself nervous because I've never played D&D before.
See?
Like honestly, I keep thinking I haven't prepared enough, and I'm like, it's fine.
You'll be fine.
You guys are going to be plenty fine, don't worry about it. Next up then, we have our fluffy dragon friend.
Hi, I'm Tom Soldraic. I play funny games on the internet, and I'm excited to be here because I haven't played D&D in a bit.
When you said that sounded like he was so enthused.
I know, he's so enthused.
Hi,
Hello.
I'm
Hi,
Tom.
I'm Tom.
I can't wait to be here.
I'm definitely not like being forced to say all of this. We love
No.
D&D. We love D&D so
Oh,
much.
don't do that. You guys all wanted to be here.
Yeah, we're very excited. We're very
I
excited.
was
Yes, yes.
dragged here by my.
Last up, we have the Aether bot.
Hello, I'm Cole Hytheroth. I stream occasionally.
You guys are
I've
so
played D&D before, unlike some people here.
you guys are so
Listen.
fucking enthused. I
Listen!
swear, you guys are so
I say
enthused.
the way that my voice had less emotion than Cole's, but his PNG had more than
I'm
mine.
sorry, I only have one emotion, which is half smile or full smile, and it's
Is that
talk.
Is that why you're a robot?
No, so the drawing was made by Bex, and then Tom commissioned Wham, I think, to make this as a gift, and then this is all we got. But it's
I
fun.
like to think that's the reason why you're a robot.
So anyway, as you all can see,
it
we
was-
have a
it was a
wonderful
project.
cast
I'll
of
show you
players
next time.
here for this campaign, and I cannot wait to get started with all of them. Just a point of order. So some of you all out there in the world know, some of our players are new to D&D and have never played before, and some are very experienced. However, that doesn't matter to me. I am a very experienced DM. I have been playing this game for quite some time now, and I have been working on this world for a very long time. On top of that, I have trained a bunch of people to play D&D, and I have brought in a ton of new players. As well as that, I have run tables with some very experienced players that have been playing longer than me, and I have played with and run 4 tables that are a combination of the two. But in this campaign, we're starting fresh, we're starting with all new characters, we're starting at level 2. And it doesn't matter what happens in this campaign, it doesn't matter what choices they make, because in the end, it all builds character. With that being said,
I hate
How
you.
do I disconnect?
welcome to session 1, everybody, of It Builds Character. Let's get on in, shall we?
Oh, that's the title.
Oh my god.
No one told me.
Welcome to the campaign, Cole. You're doing great. Bravo.
The year is 1027 PF, or post-fall, in the world of Xalar. Over 1,000 years have passed since the superpower continent country of Draelia fell to darkness. Over 1,000 years ago, one of the gods of the Greater Pantheon decided it was his turn to make his mark on history. After failing in his plan over 150 years prior, he decided to try again, and played his then newest and best trick. He convinced half of the Greater Pantheon to join him and bring about a Dark Age to test the mortals of the realm, see how they fared in these trying times, see if these mortals truly deserved their divine service. So he picked the superpower of the world, Draelia, as his target, and with half of the Pantheon behind him, they wreaked havoc, destroying the continent and erased its name. These gods became known as the Order of the Fallen. And that was all until 28 years ago, on the eve of the 1000th year of darkness. The long-lost heirs of Draelia unified the divergent kingdoms and re-established the name and continent country under its former name. With this re-establishment, they brought back not only the history and knowledge of the superpower before, but accelerated its etherical technology and developed flux tech. On the day of the unification, Dralia and the world marked it as the year 1000 PF post-fall, or Year Zero, DR, Dralia reunification. The world would remember the tragedy of Dralia's fall forever, and was sent into a magical arms race so that the world would never see this happen again. Somewhere along the way, around 1020 PF, the god's name, ironically, was seemingly erased from history, almost as if it never existed in the first place. His mark was still left on the world, so the people knew something once existed in his spot. But this was overlooked mostly as the arms race continues. As mentioned earlier, the continent of Dralia exploded in flux tech, a combination of technology and magic. The capital of Bizline accelerated its research, and within 5 years the city was lifted from the ground and now floats half a mile above the ground. The continent of Kyrum feared the wrath of the Order of the Fallen, having faced one of them before, and being home to one of the etherical poles, the divine magic users banded together to protect the continent and find those with strong ties to divination. Thus, they formed the Classified Guilds, a collection of guilds that any person may join to hone their skills in one particular type of study, with the highest ranking of the guilds being the Paladins Guild, in honor of the continent's former protector, Leofric Weil. In the south and furthest from the etherical poles, the continent of Garen lost its innate magical touch. The continent became a high point of contention for the Order of the Fallen. Garen knew they needed to fight back, but without a strong magical pull, they decided to take matters into their own hands, and have produced some of the best crafters and smiths in the world. Garen's non-magical technology is second to none, and all of the best goods come from the people of these lands who are desperately fighting to keep their corruption at bay. But those places are not where this story takes place. Our story takes place to the far east of Kyrum, on the continent country of Kyrum. Kyrum, home to the second etherical pole, found a wealth of innate magical abilities, and spellcasting seems to come naturally to most everyone. As a matter of fact, magic, or better described as raw ether, seems more powerful here. After hearing of the magical arms race, Kyrum took this knowledge of ether and its properties and developed the Council of Aether Wielders, a council of 7 extremely magically powerful individuals, each studying Aether in different forms: divine, studied, innate, runic, nature, pact, and musical. Each of these 7 serve to protect the continent and further its etherical study, but they can't do it alone. And so the continent was split into 7 provinces, and each formed their own council of 7 to oversee the province and study their respective fields. The provinces include High Rock, Centralis, Sapphire Oasis, the Sheer, Morass, the Wastes, and the Songbird Peninsula, all with the respective Aether Wielder Council members being the overseer of the regions. Zooming in further, our story starts on the northern end of the Songbird Peninsula, just a few miles north of the town of Riders Run. It's a beautiful sunny summer day, not a cloud in the sky. The thick forest jungle mixture of the region looms overhead, and the warm, damp air reminds you that you are close to the sea. The birds are not singing their songs. The insects are not chirping and humming. The jungle is full of life, but nothing is making a sound. Not a cloud is in sight. A storm is coming, and the animals know it. We see a girl running through the jungle, northward. She stops in a slight clearing, and a storm draws near. Fern.
Hello.
You stand before an old...
Sorry, go ahead.
You stand before an old and now ruined building. A building once familiar to you. The stone walls have crumbled and are covered in a thick moss. The second story has collapsed. Debris is everywhere. The old carpets and tapestries your family had are worn away and have since degraded. Only fragments of them remain. The lanterns once hanging from the walls are battered and smashed against the ground. The glass from where the windows once stood is now shattered. Your heart begins to race, memories flood into your mind, and the emotions from the day you left this home flare up. Without even knowing it, you are causing the wind around you to stir quickly, angrily. I would like you to describe your character, but please do so knowing that both anxiety and rage are beginning to consume her.
don't know how to do that.
Physical description.
Okay. So she has short brown hair. She has very baggy black clothes that look like they belong to someone who's like twice her height. She's very short, 3 foot tall. She feels very small right now. She has a fur cloak that's made of wolf pelt. I was not prepared to go first. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. You got this.
Not gonna lie, she's probably crying. She's probably crying her eyes out. She's panickly like pulling out the wooden planks that she bought earlier, and she's just doing her best to put together the broken house.
This.
And that's it. Is Elm with her? Is Elm with her, or did Elm?
Yes.
Is Elm
Yes.
still gone?
And
Okay.
yes. And actually, as you mentioned that, and you start to walk up towards the house, your companion Elm is immediately summoned to your side.
Oh, thank God.
Elm is this beautiful gray wolf that kind of just apparates from thin air next to you and just immediately presses close into your legs.
I'm just gonna stop what I'm doing and hug her, cause like I'm so sad. My poor house. I'm so sad.
Elm kind of like leans into you and reassures you a little bit and gives you a bit of a nudge, but feels tense. In the forest, 2 figures move quietly, quickly. Fern, you do not see them. You do not know their presence, but they watch. And Elm is tense because Elm is on alert. Tythos, you see this girl and her wolf companion walking about the ruins of a house. The jungle is silent around you, but your mind is racing. Something is off, and the voice of your mentor rings in your head. Remember, not everyone near the deal is linked to it. Choose only the right targets. Nyx, you are seeing this too. Tucked around a large tree and looking over towards Tythos, you feel an immense sense of anxiety and dread. Your nightmare comes back. Or, more precisely, the feelings from your nightmare come back. It feels like that day all over again. Something is going south. A storm is coming. Tythos, Nyx, I would like you both to describe your characters as they tuck and hide in the shadows of the tense and silent jungle.
Oh, you want me to go first? Do you want you want to go first? Okay, cool. So, I'm a tiefling, and I have a darkish purple skin, blue eyes, dark hair, relatively small horns, dressed in mostly black with a dark violet cape, helping me blend into the shadows more, and just a general resting bitch face half the time. And just a steely glaze is just tracking every movement of this small creature.
Okay.
Nyx is just beside him. She's a small forest gnome, about 3'5". She's wearing this long, like, black, sort of like swashbuckler cloak, which is clearly way too big for her. It's old and worn. She has a black mask that covers most of like her face to keep her hidden in the shadow, because that was how she was told to be. Her red eye, as she's like staring out at the two figures in the distance, is just burning a little bit. as her eyes are just wide with fear. She has like two little like bone horns on her head, which clearly aren't real, but she always remembers to put them on every morning for some reason or another.
Okay. You two see this girl stop. She pulled some things out of her bag, walked up to this building, and looked like she wanted to try to rebuild it, but immediately realized that was not going to happen. You two are tucked away about 30 or so feet back. Behind a tree. What do you do?
So immediately, once seeing that this is like a 3-foot halfling, right?
Neat.
I'm like, well, they can't be that much of a threat.
Rude.
My character just makes fun of short people because he's been hanging out with Nyx for like the last week. So I slowly step out from behind the tree. You're going to need more than just yourself to rebuild that.
Are you offering help?
Not particularly, but I do want you to know that I, as of this moment, mean no harm.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
I quietly follow Tythos out and just am staring, looking around, just checking everything out silently, and then looking back to Fern into what was the pet's name? The
Elm.
Elm. And it's a wolf, right?
Yeah, you see
Well,
this.
accurate.
Yep, you see this wolf looks real. Looks entirely real. Looks like it is a real wolf. But just a minute ago, you saw it appear from thin air.
Do I know what it actually, like, if it's a familiar or whatnot?
Roll an Arcana check with disadvantage for me.
Disadvantage, sure.
That was so well last.
With disadvantage, 17.
Oh.
My Arcana is a +5.
Yeah. With that, I would say you've seen familiars before. You know that it is a familiar of some kind. What kind it is, though, you're unaware of.
So, in my brain, I just think familiar, probably. So, if it ever becomes an issue, take out the person who owns it. Just in case it goes for the worse.
Can I look at-
familiars work.
Sorry, go ahead.
I think that's how familiars work.
Can I look at what was inside the house and see if anything's damaged? Because if I remember correctly, my character made like shrines inside the house for her family.
Yes, and
Okay.
go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Okay, I forgot how to do that.
Okay, so
Roll a
I will
d20.
Yep, I will copy
Oh,
the yeah.
Oh yeah, you're doing it digitally. Or
Are you doing it digitally or physically?
Can I do it physically? I'd probably
Yes.
have an easier time
Yep,
with that.
yeah.
yep.
Okay.
So roll your d20.
Okay. If I can
And
get
then-
it out.
Yep, of course. Yep, so roll your d20, and then you will add your perception modifier under skills. So it'll say perception and then like plus something. Or minus something.
21.
21. Yeah. You look inside the house, and with a perception check, you don't even stand inside.
Oh.
The doorway is... The doors are no longer there. You had 2 wooden double doors to the entrance to your house. They are not there. There is wood, splinters, stone, glass, cloth, everything is just shattered and in shambles before you across this house. The second floor collapsed in. There's not much that remains. It is a complete wreck, and even on a 21, as you look about, the only thing that you notice that is still standing is a small clock that your family had on the mantle against the back wall.
And you just hear from me like, do you live here, or?
Technically not. I used to.
I can see why.
Well, that's a long story.
Strontius,
Sorry.
Strontius, the wind is still. Perfect conditions for flight. But not normal conditions for a jungle like this. The weather feels so right. But you cannot help but feel so wrong. A storm is coming and the wind is still. There are no clouds in the sky and the wind is still. You move with haste through the jungle. Only you make a sound as the branches and leaves snap underneath your feet. And the wind is still. You barge into the clearing and see the ruins of a house before you. You see 3 figures standing out in the open, one standing by the door and 2 on just a slight path to your right. I'd like you to describe yourself, but out of breath and sweating.
Strontius is around, I'd say, 5 foot. 5'5". He's very tall compared to others here.
I'm 6 foot.
Oh, okay. Strontius is, I'd say, around 5'11" then, I think. That's what I wrote down, yeah, 5'11". Donned in a bright blue and red suit of armor and leather, with a staff strapped to his side that could be a little steamy. It looks a little warm. Out of breath and sweating from running through the forest for a concerned amount of time, Strontius bursts into the clearing and is just confused at seeing 3 what looks to be a little mischievous beings atop a rubbled house.
As he barges through, I immediately whip out my hand crossbow.
Can we not have violence going on in my house, please? I know it's destroyed, but like let's not. Thanks.
In my
live
defense,
here?
Area.
In my
area.
in my defense, I'm outside the house.
To be honest, you also said this isn't your house anymore, so...
Okay, but like it still holds very sentimental value to me, and I am not in a good mental state right now, so do not test me.
I understand.
Thanks.
I understand that. Hence why when someone in full armor crashes through the woods, I feel like they might be a threat.
Hey, am I interrupting something?
Nothing important.
Confused as to why I-
Okay, well, if you mind, is one of you Fern?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
From the
Good.
center
I
of the
was looking
house.
for
From the center of the house, at the mention of the name, you all hear a quick swish in the air, and turning, you see a hooded figure shifting, thin, lanky, moving unnaturally, their appearance never quite lining up. Storm, Bruce! Our time draws near. Fern is here. I need you all to roll initiative as
I was about to
beneath
say,
you,
like,
Fern.
permission to fire.
Are we
As-
fighting fiddlesticks?
Beneath you, Fern, a sigil of red energy snaps into existence, and two shadowy figures emerge from the walls. Welcome to your first combat of the campaign.
Shit. Okay.
What the fuck is wrong with your house?
And, for you all, welcome to your playground.
Ooh, pretty.
I've rolled an initiative.
Perfect.
What dice do I roll?
You roll your d20.
And they're
Okay. Oh, natural 20, thank God. Okay.
Holy shit!
Let's go. Let's go.
Okay, so,
and your initiative would be plus what?
3.
So 23 total.
oh my gosh.
I'm going to roll my dice as well because I don't remember the.
For context, I got 6.
Okay.
9. And then where do you find the initiative on? 13.
Okay, hold on. Give me a second here. We got the,
I'm presuming I'm the one with the tail.
You were the purple one with the tail, yes. Alright, so, let's see.
My bow is just trained, so I'm tied those
Alright.
back.
So, initiatives 25 to 20.
Raise hands. Hands raised.
That's you, Fruit.
Yeah,
Fruit
that's...
and I rolled 25 to 20.
Okay, who rolled? What did you roll?
Fruit rolled higher. Fruit rolled a 23, I rolled a 21.
Hello.
Okay, so we have Fern up first,
Oh.
and then we have Strontius. Alright. 15 to 20. 20 to 15. Or, sorry, 10 to 15.
I rolled 13.
5 to 10?
We got a 6, baby.
6, okay. And that leaves... Give me 1 last second, sorry. Okay. So, how combat works for those of you that do not know D&D. Combat is very simple. You can move up to your movement speed in a turn. You can take an action, and you can take a bonus action. Bonus actions, there are some spells that are bonus actions, and it would say so in the spell description. Some other bonus actions be described in your character features. Actions include, like, holding your action so you can wait a bit to, like, wait for a signal to attack. You can attack. You can also take up a defensive position. You can also use your action to dash, which means you can double your movement speed. There's a couple other things you can do on your turn with an action, but essentially you can also perform like skill checks and that type of stuff. But essentially, if you want to try to attempt something, you can do it as an action. That's pretty much it.
Got you.
Everybody moves in an order based off of your initiative, which I have written everything down for you. Each round of combat is 6 seconds. Why I make a deal out of this is because some spells require concentration, and you can hold concentration for up to a minute, up to an hour, so on and so forth. These are things you should keep aware of, as well as casting types. Some spells say they require an action as a casting type, some a bonus action, some instantaneous. Also on your turn, you can do a reaction. Reactions are typically provoked if a creature moves into your range and then moves out of your range, you can take a reaction attack. There's a couple other spells that allow you to take reactions, like Shield, where you can throw up a shield and increase your AC, and do some of these other things like that. With all of that being said, Fern, you are up first.
I don't know what to do.
So you have your creepy shade, creepy thing up here, not shade. You have your creepy shifter friend up here, and then you have 2 shadows coming from the wall.
Could I cast fairy fire at the one to the left, the one closer to me, the one?
Good choice. Love that spell.
This one right here? Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
Yep, go ahead. And is it a spell attack or is it a saving throw? I can't remember.
I don't remember.
Alright.
It's a save. I'll check it. Hold on.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
Got it
I
right
do
here.
believe it's a spell attack.
Each object within a 20-foot cube. Oh, so yeah, you can assign a 20-foot cube.
It's a saving throw for dexterity.
Okay. So they are going to make dexterity saving throws really quick. And I assume you're going to target with that 20 feet. You can actually get all of them if you want.
Oh, sweet! I'm down for that. Okay.
Can you?
Yeah, you can. So each of these tiles is 5. Yeah, you can get all of them. So yeah, with that, they're gonna roll their saving throws. Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm not.
No, you're fine. Okay. What is your spell save DC? It's on your character sheet. It just says spell save. It's on the second page. Perfect. Thank you. So you notice that the one that you wanted to target initially is the only one that lights up. The other 2 succeeded on their saving throws.
Okay.
So this one figure here is outlined in a nice blue-green. All right, that's your action. You still have a bonus action and and movement if you would like to move.
I'm gonna get the heck out of there because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just gonna run out.
You're just gonna run. You're gonna run
20. Run out.
25 feet away.
Yep.
All right, 25, 10, 15, 20, 25. So you run back to about there or so.
I take attack of opportunity. No, I'm kidding.
They moved into your range. Cool.
I know.
Yeah, so you move to about there.
Sorry, someone's knocking at my door. I'm so
No,
sorry.
no, you're fine. You're fine.
Can I end my turn because I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's fine. So
you. I'm
you're
so sorry.
no, you're good. So they're actually just gonna follow you. Your
Okay.
companion there. I'm just gonna just follow you and stick with you. Strontius,
Okay.
you are up next.
The spaceman.
So, I'm going to attack the one that just lit up.
You're gonna attack the one that just lit up.
Yes, because
All
I
right.
see that Fern, who's the only one I care about right now, has highlighted a target for me. So, she lights him up. I take him down. I'm gonna use Chromatic Orb.
Chromatic Orb. Okay, go ahead and make your attack then.
Where's there's. I was looking for the thing. Oh, and I'm choosing fire, by the way.
You're choosing fire.
Yes.
Perfect.
It's a roll to hit, right?
Yep, it should be a roll to hit.
And it's just a 1d20.
Yep, 1d20 plus
Plus
your spell
my-
attack modifier.
But we never did that for me.
Your spell attack modifier?
Yeah, we never did my spell save DC or my spell attack modifier.
Isn't it just equal to your intelligence?
It's
think
your
so.
yeah, you're a wizard, so it's your intelligence plus your proficiency bonus.
And then DC is his intelligence score, right?
No.
Okay.
So my spell attack modifier is my intelligence plus my
Your intelligence modifier plus your proficiency bonus, yes.
Okay, fine.
Sorry, I'm back.
Welcome back.
I don't know if I hit it.
What did you
I
roll
rolled a
in the-
9.
You rolled a 9.
Yeah.
That's with your modifier.
Oh my goodness, yeah, that does not hit. So you
That's
spin up
unfortunate.
Yep, you spin up your chromatic orb and it floats in your hand for a second as you reach out and you see what you chose fire and you see the orb glow red and fire lashes out from it and goes wide from the target. Your attack misses.
Oh, I haven't done this in a while. You hear my character say?
Evidently.
All right.
That's gonna be my turn.
That's gonna be your turn. Okay, Nyx. You are up and you are in the back.
Yeah, I'm furthest away from everyone. To be fair, I don't know anything I can do.
That's okay.
Like, the only weapon she really has are 2 daggers and 2 short swords, so there's not much she can, like, do far away.
Yeah. Yeah, you're a little far. You could always get closer and hold an action.
Sorry, I'm, like, looking at if there's anything. What is?
What's what?
Remind me what the cantrip is again?
Cantrip?
It's a spell you can use infinitely.
Yeah.
It's like, what would minor illusion do? That's the only thing she's...
It would just create like some type of small illusory effects somewhere within range.
So not the most useful thing currently.
It could be.
It can be.
But she's not in range, right?
What's the range on it?
Yeah, what's the range on it?
It doesn't say.
Okay. Let me see. I believe the range on it is 6. No, it's only 30 feet. Yeah, so you're not within range at the moment. You could move to be within range if you'd like.
Kind of like what? 40?
Yeah, you're about 40, 45 feet from the nearest one, yes.
So the next is going to, like, run up and try to take cover under the tree that's like closest to everyone.
Okay. So, like, this tree over here?
Yeah, like,
Okay.
I feel like that would work, and then that'll just be my turn for right now then.
Okay. Alright, with that, it's the shifter's turn. The shifter is going to move out this way.
Is it cold? Do anything or no?
No, its
He
initiative
rolled a
was
lower
higher than mine.
initiative.
Mhm.
I rolled
Okay.
a 6.
Okay.
So yeah, it's going to move out a bit in front of you, in front of where it was, out of the wreckage of the house, and it's going to lock eyes with you, Fern.
Oh.
And I'm going to need you to make a I'm gonna need you to make a saving throw for me.
Oh.
Um,
Which
It's your D20. Yep, it's okay. It's your D20.
16.
It is a, yep, I need you to, wisdom. So add your wisdom modifier.
22.
2? Okay. So the shifter moves out, like kind of shifting its, like literally like its existence is physical, but its appearance keeps changing and moving. You're not quite sure what it is, and it steps out, and you can see it under its breath. It's mumbling something, and you feel this darkness creep into your mind. And before it can latch on, you like shake your head and shrug it away. The spell was casting had no effect.
That's good. That's really good.
Yay!
It's really good.
I say that is really good.
And with that, I think it'll actually end its turn there. Next up are the shadows. They are going to... Who's there? Yeah, that's what I thought. They are going to... The one is going to dash right up next to you, Typhos. The other is going to dash up next to you, Strontius. They have a movement speed of a lot.
They have a movement speed of
Yes,
there.
of they are there now. And with that,
I can take an attack of opportunity now.
No, not unless it moves. Well, what was your action? Oh, you didn't have an action yet.
I didn't go yet.
Yeah, no, it didn't move out of your range, so no.
Oh, since it was never in my...
Yeah, it has to move out of your range for that.
Yep, my apologies.
Yep. But with that, it is going to... they are each going to latch out at you once. So, the first one on you, Strontius. That's going to be a 18 to hit.
That will hit. Yes.
That will hit. Okay, you are going to take... you're going to take a total of 3 points... no, sorry, 5 points necrotic damage. And what is your strength?
My strength is 13.
It is now a 9. Your strength is reduced by 4 points. Temporarily. Tythos, the other one is going to attack against you for a 16.
That hits.
That hits. You are going to take 6 points of necrotic damage, and your strength is reduced by 1. That is their turns. Hey, Tythos, buddy. You're up.
I'm a dex attacker, damn it. I reach for my sword, and you notice that it's got a weird grip, almost like a 90-degree angle. I pull it out of its hard sheath, and I immediately try to jab the person in front of me. Or wait, no. I take my bonus action to roll a d4.
Okay.
And add plus 1d4 extra frozen damage.
Okay.
I take 3 points necrotic.
Okay.
But now I get plus 1d4. So to hit, This is... That's a 13 to hit.
13 does hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay, so 1d6 plus 4. So that is 6 slashing plus
2 2 cold damage.
6 slashing, 2 cold.
Yes.
Alright, you spin around, invoke your right on your blade, and you slash through it, cutting up through it, and you see the figure takes the hit. And it like kind of separates for a second, and when it comes back together, it's a bit more transparent than it once was.
I just turn to everyone else. I'm like, that's how you hurt a bad guy.
Listen, I'm doing my best, man.
I'm wincing at you, looking at mine, like, shut the fuck up.
Anything else you would like to do?
I can't move without getting an attack advantage, so I'll just take it out right now.
Okay. With that, it's the top of the round, and 6 seconds have passed. If you're holding any concentration spells, please be sure to mark off 1 tick. With that, Fern, it is back up to your turn.
If I use Cure Wounds on Tom, I don't know how to pronounce your character's name.
Proteus.
I'm just gonna call you Strong Boy. If I use Cure Wounds on Strong Boy, would that help his injury?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
it would give
and
back
it-
some hits.
Okay, I will do that
Okay, go ahead and roll 1d6 plus your modifier.
then. Oh, it's
Which-
D6. Okay, I thought it was.
I believe it, or is it a d8?
I thought.
It's 1d8.
Okay, sorry. Roll 1d8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier, which for you should be wisdom, correct?
Yes.
Yep, so add do 1d8 plus whatever your wisdom modifier is.
So 6 plus 6, so 12.
Yeah, you heal Tom for 12 hit points.
You're welcome.
Do I get overheal?
No, sadly you
No,
do
that's
not.
not how Cure Wounds works.
Sadly not.
I still trying to figure out where was the? Oh, here's one. Can I run closer to the shifter and try the primal savagery spell, or would that be too many?
You cannot cast 2 spells on the same
okay,
turn.
Okay.
But that
Unless
could be
it's a
something you
bonus
do.
action thing.
Yeah,
Okay,
even still no. It's weird.
Oh.
Okay. I'll end my turn then, because
Okay.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay, that's fine. Alright. Strontius! Strong boy.
Strong boy.
You are up. And you have a really angry thing in front of you. Right when it's his turn.
Oh my god, I was muted. I said I was
You're
talking.
going great, sweetie.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You muted right when you said the
I-
wheel.
I hit the wrong button. But yeah, I am not happy with this thing. Rejuvenated, I am going to use Chromatic Orb once again.
Alright.
I am choosing fire.
Okay, it is within 5 feet of you, so you have disadvantage on the attack unless you decide to move.
Well, I'm going to back up just a tad.
Okay. You're gonna like how
Moving
far
back.
back?
Just so I don't have disadvantage. So
Okay. So you move back 5 feet, and it's going to take an attack of opportunity against you as you moved outside its range.
I have to.
What?
Just bonk it.
I can't. I have a strength of 9.
That is going to be a. What is that? I don't think it's going to hit. Does a 13 hit you?
It has to be above my spell save DC, right?
No, it's your armor class.
Oh,
It's attacking you.
yeah, you're right. No, it does not hit me.
What's your AC?
Why should I tell you that?
Because I'm the Dungeon Master. What's your AC?
14.
Okay.
He's just making sure, because if it equals a 13, it'll
Yeah.
hit you.
That's what I was saying. But yeah, so it goes to like reach out at you again. It reaches out with its arm to go and like reach into your chest like it did the last time, but you just step out of the way. You're like, nope, fuck that shit. And you step out of its range.
I should have put my helmet on. Stormtooth says. Now,
Now you're going to attack with Chromatic Orb.
let's get down to business.
You reference that song one more goddamn time.
So that looks like a 7 to me.
You're rolling good, sweetie.
Ah! So I roll a 7.
Yeah, that doesn't hit. Yeah.
At least I've moved.
You have. You are now out of its range.
What's wrong with my armor?
Yeah, you go to cast your spell again, and this time the orb kind of like flickers a bit, and you can feel the ether flow through your Garotech as when you go to cast a spell. You can feel yourself channel it, and typically some of the lights on the Garotech like flare up just a little bit. They also
It's not functioning.
they also kind of flicker a bit. You were not able to channel it the way that you want to, and the spell does not go off.
What's going on? That's my turn.
I was a little concerned when you said that you needed me for something, but now I think I'm okay. Now I'm not as scared anymore.
That, Nyx, it is your turn.
So, am I in range of the shifter?
No, but you can move 5 feet to get within range. Hey, you get within 5 feet.
Wait, of the shifter.
Of the shifter?
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
No,
the
you can
ghosty boy.
you can get there. Though you were here, so you could 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, you can get right up to it. Just barely.
Alright. Because he's super, like, focused on Fern, and my whole thought process is he controlling the two shadowy figures? Because, like, he appeared first, and then they appeared.
Make an insight check.
That's a d20, right?
Yep. Yep.
You said a...
Yeah.
Okay. Natural 20. Look at me go. Plus 3, so 23.
You saw the summon. Everything happened on cue. The Arcane Sigil has been following Fern. Has been following this halfling girl. There's a timer. There's a timer on this combat. And not only is there a timer on this combat, you know that this thing is the ringleader of whatever the hell is going on. If you take this thing out, everything drops. And with that, you look over at the sigil that has been following Fern. And with your insight check of a natural 20, I would typically make you roll an Arcana check to see this, but because you rolled a natural 20, you can see this sigil that's following her is completing slowly, and you probably have about another 24 seconds, about another 5 rounds before this spell completes.
I'm scared.
Now, if I were to... Am I able to sort of distract the shifter a bit to sort of, like, weaken the ghosty boy thing? If I did, like, minor illusion? Because I still have to control that.
Minor illusion is typically a spell that's used to create, like, I want to make an apple appear in the air that's not actually an apple, or I want to create something like that. You could certainly use it to try, but You would know from your previous combat experience that if you want to try to distract whatever is going on, your best bet is to hit it
Okay.
and try to break concentration.
Okay, and I'm in hitting range.
Yes, you are in melee range.
Okay. So, and we didn't really talk about tavern brawler just that was one of my feats, right? Like we decided that last night.
Yeah, so you have the
But-
Tavern Brawler feat, but you also have your weapons that you can use.
And also no furniture.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, there's a bunch of broken boards and rocks. I think that counts.
but, okay, so.
I think your
so-
weapons would be better here, though.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll pull out my like 2 daggers. Since
Okay.
I have the 2-weapon fighting style, and I'll try to go in to like slash at its leg.
Okay, go ahead and make your first attack for me.
What would I roll for that?
You roll
Either-
1d20
Okay.
plus your dexterity modifier plus your proficiency bonus. So it should be in the middle of your character sheet. You should see dagger.
Attack bonus.
Yep.
Plus 6.
Yep, that's plus 6. So roll 1d20 and add 6.
Okay. 13. So 19.
19 does hit. Go ahead and roll damage on the first attack. So that's 1d4 plus 4.
Roll 4.
So 8 points of damage. Not bad. With that, you can also now, as a bonus action, make your second strike with your second dagger. So go ahead.
D20 again.
Yep, you roll to attack again.
Okay. 19.
19
Plus
hits.
6.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
And then D4 again, I'm assuming.
Yep, 1d4 plus 4.
Why is the D4 such a- It feels so unnatural.
It does.
Such a
It really
giant
does.
Two
2 plus
4 is
so
6.
6. Alright. Yeah, so you strike at it the first time, and it takes the hit, and as you strike through it, you see its appearance change from what looks to be the face of a human to the face of a dark elf. And then you slash at it again, and it's suddenly bright and glowing. The face, it looks like something off of halfling. Every time you attack this thing, something weird happens. You did, however, slightly loosen its concentration, and you see the spell has temporarily stopped. You assume you probably have about another round, so you probably have about 6 rounds now before this combat comes to some type of event.
Hell yeah. Nick just looks over his shoulder at Tythus and goes, "That's how you fight!" Bitch!
They're gonna get us killed.
Speaking of which, since you use your action, bonus action, and movement, it is now the shifter's turn. The shifter turns to you, and you see its face change again. But this time its face changes to a familiar one, we'll say.
Oh, is it who I think it is?
You see a face for a second, and then that face blinks out of existence, and it's a different one. In that moment, it reaches forward directly at your chest, and it's going to make an attack against you. Does a 15 hit you?
And I be the Oimen class, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Because you said AC. Is that?
Yes,
That's armor class.
AC armor class.
Okay, because I have 2 different numbers for that. That's why I'm double checking. Because Oimen class is 15, but AC on the equipment is 11.
That's because of your dex mod,
Just
so...
go with your
Yeah,
armor.
just the
Yeah,
top
yeah.
one. Just the top one.
Okay, so that's a 15.
So,
See that hits?
Yes,
So
it-
it evens out?
yep, it does hit. So it...
Woo!
Yep. So if you match armor class, like if your attack matches its armor class, it still hits, and the same thing goes for you. So with a 15, it does hit, and it lunges forward, and you see its one arm of just black, smoky, liquidy. You're not really sure what it is. Just reach forward and stabs into the chest. You take 7 points of necrotic damage.
And that would be, how would I see where I can do that to...
Just take 7 points off of your current hit points.
Okay, I'm at 9. Cool.
It also is going to then rip its arm out and try to deal a little bit more damage with its second attack. That's higher at a 17. And you're going to take another 4 points of necrotic damage as it rips its arm out from, like, right below, like, right in your sternum, essentially, and it just rips its arm out. Oddly enough, there's no hole in your chest.
Okay, cool. No.
Just,
scarring.
you feel nothing but withering inside of you. As you just took a lot of damage.
Yeah.
When it rips its arm out, you swear you see that face again for just a split second. With that, it's the Shadow's turns. Tythos, the one in front of you is going to make an attack. Yeah, that's a natural 19.
That'll hit.
You are going to take... Seriously? You are going to take a lovely 3 points of necrotic damage.
Come on! He gets...
Okay.
You are also going to have your strength reduced by another 1.
Okay, I now have a -2 on the strength modifier.
The other shadow is going to actually close in on Fern as you left Fern open.
Oh no!
I did back up, yeah.
And it's going to attack at you, Fern, with a 20 to hit.
Not
And
a nat
Fern-
20.
No, not
It's not-
natural. It was
it
not
wasn't
natural.
natural.
Oh,
It was a dirty 20.
Fern, you are going to take 6 points of necrotic damage,
Okay.
and your strength is going to be reduced by 4.
Okay.
As both of these creatures, kind of in tandem, both lunge out at you with their shadowy, misty arms, reach into something inside of you, and you feel deep in your chest this tight, cold, withering, crushing feeling.
What do you all want from me?
Man, I'm going to get my dice.
He's like, fuck the internet dice.
So how
Um,
many points of damage did I take?
You took 6 points of damage.
Okay. And how many to strength? I'm so sorry.
You lost 4 points in your strength.
Okay, thank you. Sorry.
Yep. No, you're good. Tythos,
Aye.
it's now your turn.
Yes. I would yell something to Tom, but he's not here. So I see Nyx has been attacked twice. And though I see no wounds, I can understand that there's a lot of pain, as I have had the same thing done to me. during this combat. So, in an attempt to get to Nyx as fast as possible, I try to
You can take the disengage action.
but also that means Fern gets flanked.
Yeah,
Yup.
and I don't have a lot of defense. Not gonna lie.
Do you even know what flanked means?
No.
If there's an enemy on either side of something, both of them have advantage. Meaning they can roll twice and whatever hits more. So, I'm like, well, looks like Nick's got it figured out. I'm thinking more so I need to clear the way to get to Nyx as opposed to go around. So I just slash at it again with my sword.
Go ahead and make an attack.
That was a 14.
14 hits.
And then 1d6. 6 damage.
6
Plus-
damage.
Yes, plus 2 cold.
Gold. All right. Yeah, as you you slashed up the first time, and you twirl your blade around and bring it back down through the center of this this shadow, separating it. And as soon as it separates, it disperses into thin air. Creature's gone.
Yay!
And then I can still do my movement, yes?
Yes, you can.
Can I flank the toothpick boy with my movement of 30?
You can just barely flank it. Yes.
Yes, I can.
And
Yes,
you
I
also have a height advantage too. So even if, yeah, you now have a height advantage. So yeah.
Cool. I
Is that-
like that.
Is that your turn then?
Yeah, that's all I got.
All right. Top of the round. 6 seconds have passed. You see the sigil starting to tick again. Anybody that is holding concentration spells, please be sure to mark off another tick. And Fern, it is your turn.
Okay, can I use Primal Savagery on the guy in front of me to get him to leave me alone?
You can certainly try.
Okay, cool. That's
I got him.
Cool. I took out one to the
Yep, that's it. So roll your d20 and add your spell attack modifier.
okay. It fell. Okay.
Duh.
Never mind. We're gonna roll
It's
that.
Yep, re-roll that.
6. Cool. Great.
Plus your
and
spell
then
attack modifier.
12.
12? 12 hits.
Oh, thank God.
They're just shade, shadow, whatever's.
Go ahead and roll the damage on Primal Savagery.
If I can find that die. Zero.
That's 10.
Oh! Well,
You're good.
hang on. 0! No.
No.
I'm so
You're
sorry.
learning! No, you're good. You're learning.
good.
You're learning. I'm proud of you. Alright. And what type of damage is this?
I don't know.
Let me take a look. Because
Because I tried to write everything down for each of the spells that I have. and
Okay.
I don't know how to check what kind of damage it is.
okay, it is acid.
Oh!
Yep. So as you
Get at it.
Yep. So as you like, as this thing like rears towards you, you like throw your hands down, and as soon as you do, you see your arms just immediately become covered in this green corrosive acid. You have it drips down from your fingers into this into these needle point claws, and you slash at it once, dig your hand into the center of it with your other, and as you do, that acid just explodes in it, and it flickers quite hard. You did some massive damage to it. Still stands, but 10 points is nothing to scoff at.
Also, side note, the reason it's a 0 on the D10, because you also have the other D10, and when you roll them together, you can do... That's how you finish the... And then when you roll them both, it's called a D100.
Okay.
Yep.
Also, Tom, you weren't here, so I'm going to say it now. As I slash through and run towards the big boy, I just yell, "Help out Fern and flank it!"
But yeah.
And then am I able to run in the little tent area and call Elm to me?
Yeah, you could run over there, but you would know that if you move out of its range, it is going to probably attack at you.
You watched it happen to Tom.
Yeah. So, if you stay where you are, it will not attack you when you leave its range.
Okay, that's fair. I'll stay.
Okay.
I'm more worried about Elm than I am about me.
Yeah, that's completely fair. You do see Elm kind of just shifts around to the other side of you, real quick. Actually,
I was gonna ask if I can tell her to do things, but I don't know if that's...
Elm is too young as of now.
Oh.
Elm is not necessarily young, but... And it doesn't age the same way that a normal wolf would. It will, in a sense, level with you. And as of right now, it cannot really support.
That's really cute. Okay. Can I tell her to hide in the little tent?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
And you just
go hide in the tent.
and Elm just goes and goes and hides there.
Yay. Oh, I love
and
her. I'm sorry.
Hold on. Yeah, it disappears. The thing just runs over there, and it's it's still physically there, but you can't even see it. It rolled a really high stealth check.
Okay, you know what? Valid.
But yeah, is that your turn then?
Yeah.
Alright. With that, Strontius.
Okay. I turn around.
Or what the tiefling yelled at you.
Yeah, I turn around at the jump. And you just see me look down at my armor and everything, and I just assess myself really quick. I'm just all right, everything's in order. Let's do this. And I cast Chromatic Orbit fire damage again at this thing.
Okay, damn it.
Just make sure you guys are all marking off your first level spell slots as you are using them, by the way.
Yeah.
Well, 25 hit!
A 25 will absolutely fucking hit. Is that a critical?
That's a nat 20! I love this dice!
Is that the set I got you?
Green ones!
Oh, so it's not the set I got you?
I believe this. I believe you, Tom. Go ahead and roll damage. Double the damage on the dice as you...
It is... I'm gonna do this in... What's it called? Abre.
Yeah, go for it.
It's 3d8. So did I do 68 or just double the number I get?
Yeah, no, you do 3d8. Or 68, sorry, 6.
Okay.
6.
And just for anybody that's wondering how we roll with... Oh, wow. How we roll with doing critical hits is we double the number of dice that they roll. So they're always adding the same number of modifier but you will roll twice as many dice. So that's just
So you
do it.
just
Tom didn't even add the modifier.
Chromatic
what's
Orb
the
doesn't.
modifier?
Chromatic
I
Orb
don't think it.
doesn't have
I don't think it doesn't.
No.
Doesn't say it gets
Okay.
one.
No.
But
So-
that's fire damage. So you just see my Garotech just ignite as I just start to cast this. Right. You can take it from here, Bryce. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, your Garotech actually like flares up, and you can like hear it like, even though it doesn't really make a sound because it's not like a mech suit necessarily, you can hear the like ether in it flicker and rush for a second, and you hear it go, and your orb lights up. You feel a strong etherical pull, and that just like whip of fire launches out from this chromatic orb in front of you, and it obliterates the thing in front of you. Not only that, I want you to roll a second d20 for me because of the critical.
Okay. You want me to add my modifier?
I want you to add your modifier, your spell attack modifier, yes.
It's a non-nat 20. I rolled a 15.
A non-natural 20?
Yep. I rolled a 15.
The whip continues, and the remaining 20 points of damage slash forward into the shifter. Strontius, how do you want to do this?
I love this! If you look in player characters, you can see what my character looks like right now. But you can see what Strontius looks like now. So Strontius is just he's watching this orb go, and he's just like pushing his energy into it, and
Like the ending scene of Deathly Hollows.
can I rush to this shifter real quick?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to rush to it with my staff out, and I'm just gonna swing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I just hit this orb right into this thing.
Yeah.
And I look at Tythos, who's like right there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I just scream, "This is how you hit a bad guy!"
Oh my god!
Only took you 15 minutes.
Yeah, and yeah, with that, the fire from the orb in your hand launches forward, whips at and smacks into the shadow before you, and that fire swirls around and flows immediately back into your staff, which ignites with a bright flame, the same color flame that Strontium gives off. And in that moment, you dash forward, and with one great swing of your staff, you unleash the rest of the stored spell energy into this thing and sunder it to the wind. As it fades, the spell drops beneath you, Fern. You do not see the sigil anymore. The shadows have disappeared and dissipated, and all you hear on the wind is "A storm is coming!" And the sounds of the animals, the sounds of the insects, and the wind all return.
Anyway, after this combat, I just walk up to Nyx over the ashes of whatever and just put my hand on her shoulder and I cast Cure Wounds.
Yeah, I was just about to ask, is anyone else injured? Because
That's 7 health points spoken.
You said what?
7. You gain 7 hit points.
Can I quickly look at the can I investigate the burnt like shifter pile here? Like what's left of it?
Yeah, you can certainly take a look, make an investigation check, please.
Okay, just so you know, you've gone robot.
Beep.
Yeah,
Just
but
tiny-
luckily he's the one recording.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Be
but-
fine.
make an investigation check for me, please. Hopefully I'm still not robot-y.
Also, as
It's
I
Okay.
as I put my hand on Nyx's shoulder, I'm just like, "You did good, kid," and just walk away.
Thanks. And I just like plop onto the ground.
Also, it treats me right for investigation rolls. I got a roll of 17.
A 17. Yeah, as you investigate what is left of this thing, which there really isn't much left, you just see the pile of ash before you, and just this kind of, like, black smoke just rearing up from this ash.
And would I have recognized this at all? What this is? At least in nature.
Make a I don't know what check this should be. Make a history check for me.
Okay, now.
I lied, Arcana. Make an Arcana check for me.
Okay, this still applies. If it's a fae, a fiend, or undead, I get advantage.
Hey,
I'm guessing I don't.
I'm double checking. Give me one quick second.
Yeah, no rush. Oh. Gotta make sure I mark.
It is not.
Okay. Cool. 17.
17. Yeah, so there's physical remains to it. It appeared from something. Or at least was something that appeared from nothing. And you got up close to it.
For a fleeting moment before it exploded, yes.
It was... You have a feeling that it was physical to some extent. But you don't know what.
Aberration is just a commonly known thing, right? Or at least among
Yeah,
people who've done some basic research on monsters.
Yeah.
So that's where Tythos is thinking, like somewhere along the lines of aberrations.
I'm not as concerned with the shifter as I am with you, and I just point to fruit. I point to Fern.
Actually, one other thing I'll say you will get from this is, we referred to it as a shifter. Only because it shifted appearances. You didn't get advantage on the roll because it was not a fae. But it acted in a similar sense to that of a changeling.
Oh.
It wasn't.
It smelled dark.
Oh gosh. No!
No!
I
like to
I
think
love
that
him,
Mel
but
would
no.
try to kill me.
50-50.
It's a 50-50. But
Oh.
yeah, you didn't get advantage because it wasn't a changeling, which are fae.
Uh-huh.
But it had similar properties to that of a changeling.
Just quickly checking. Aberrations are not fiends, correct?
No, they're separate.
Okay, cool. I'm just making sure that my character would have known if it wasn't. I'm just double checking that my character isn't saying something that's contradictory to his knowledge.
Nope, you're good.
Yeah. But yeah. And Strontius points to Fern, and I'm like, this interaction's happening, and I'm just looking at him like, so it wasn't a demon.
I'm just as confused as you guys are. I don't know what's happening. What did you need me for, by the way, strong boy? I'm confused because you were looking for me, and I've never met any of you before. How do you guys know about this place, anyways?
I was told to run north.
I was also told to run north.
A librarian told us some stuff, and we were like, yeah, that sounds cool and relating to what we are going after. So we also ran north.
Yeah.
Okay,
I needed to talk to you about a storm.
Oh.
What does storm mean to you?
My childhood home was destroyed.
Well,
I don't see how that connects.
This is your childhood home?
It's not. Okay. Y'all are gonna think I'm nuts, but like, hear me out, okay? Okay, I probably have a lot more knowledge than most of y'all here, so don't sass me, sir. Thank you. So I met a priest of some sort. I don't remember how to pronounce his name, but he was very nice.
I talked to him too.
You did?
I
What was
believe
his
so.
name?
His name was, let me remember.
Earhorn.
Like, yeah.
Earhorn
prove it.
Saravar.
His name was Fearhorn. His name was Fearhorn, yeah.
Earhorn
If-
Saravar. EIRHORN. SAROVR.
I wasn't really listening too much to him when he was speaking, but Mr. Saravar sent me your way.
Oh,
Maybe
He said,
reference.
yeah.
reference.
He.
Who are you? Who are you? And I point to Tythos. Who are you? Who are you? Little gremlin thing.
As I'm standing like a couple inches above you.
Before he can answer, Nick just picks up a dumbass.
Who are you?
The other dumbass.
What's your name?
Tythos.
What's your name? And I point to Nyx.
That's Nyx.
Nyx. Haven says hi.
Oh, you know Haven.
Is that the girl that was hitting on you?
Anyway,
the one
Fern.
who was what?
Hitting on you?
I'm so lost.
I
Anyway.
was. All right. So what just happened? What just happened?
I don't know. Okay.
I can tell you what it wasn't.
So the priest guy that you met, right?
Yes.
Right. He let me talk to Athena. Or not Athena, Artemis. I get them both confused. I talked to Artemis.
Did you have a
And-
sermon today, or was it, or did you do that after the sermon? Because there was a
it
huge
was before
sermon
the sermon.
in town today.
I wasn't able to make it to the sermon.
Oh.
But I
okay.
guess I helped him, I think, with the sermon. I think he was waiting for me. Like, he wasn't really sure what all was happening with the storm either, but I guess he let me talk with Artemis. And
And what did
I
Artemis
asked-
say?
She said to go north, and as it was going north, it got colder. And I knew exactly what she meant, because in that general direction was my childhood home, and there's a lot of feelings around my childhood home. A lot went down, and so I
Evidently.
think a storm is more metaphorical than physical.
Yeah.
Well, the
And
storm.
it's different for everyone.
Well, the storm.
Kind of what I gleaned from talking to some people in town today.
Mhm.
Well, the storm we heard about was physical and like a couple months ago
Where?
in this general area.
Okay.
Well, that doesn't explain what happened with me and Artemis. And
Oh no, of course not.
everything that, yeah.
Fern,
I'm just telling you what I know.
Fern, make an insight check
Okay.
at advantage.
D20.
D20,
Yes.
roll it twice, take the higher of the two.
I love that. It looks like the cat's making the dice noise.
Mm-hmm. What'd you roll?
I think 23.
23?
Yeah. 23, yeah.
A storm happened a couple months ago.
Oh.
Wouldn't that been history? I'm not gonna judge it.
A storm happened a couple months ago. Tied to someone you knew very well. That wasn't a physical storm either. But it did shake your world.
Well,
So, have you guys heard anything, like, rumor-wise about deals? Just in general. We'll start
Deals?
general. Yeah, deals.
I
What
would
do you
like
mean,
everyone at the table except for Fern to deafen.
Oh.
Okay. Okay, where's the deafen button? Is it the same thing as the mute? Something? Oh, there it is.
Hello.
At the mention of a storm, a few months ago, at the mention of the word deal, that was the night he was killed.
Oh.
A storm is coming. A storm is here. A storm came and went and it shook your world. And anxiety flares up within you. Even further now, pressing harder.
Oh.
Your companion's face. Elm's face. Flickers. To your previous companions. To Aspen's. Winks. And becomes Elm's once again. Only you see this. Only you notice this. A storm is coming. A storm is here. A storm has come. And the storm is here again.
I am so confused.
I'm going to let them undeafen now.
Okay.
woo.
Welcome back.
Hello.
As I was saying, deals...
No, I haven't heard anything about deals.
What do you
I'm
mean
more
by
interested in
deals?
this storm.
What do you mean by deals?
And I mean, you know, don't tell me if you're not comfortable, but specifically ones with, one would say, demons, evil deities.
Why do you care?
Personal.
Personal. And you're asking a group of strangers about deals?
He's
Heard some
asked
rumors.
many groups of strangers this question lately.
And you guys have been the most responsive so far.
I just saved your ass. Anyway,
What do you mean?
In
No,
terms of
no,
deals.
you cannot say that.
I am interested in this storm that's going on. We were all told to head north towards you, Fern, your home. That thing just came out and tried to eat us alive.
I think it was more focused towards me.
It
Oh, yeah, no,
definitely
it clearly
wanted
was.
you. So,
Is anyone good with like symbols? I
Depends.
have a hunch.
I can read
anyone
Elvish.
Did anyone recognize the symbol under my feet?
I did not. I was not paying attention to the symbol under your feet. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Would
I was too busy
Nick-
suffering from that shades damage.
No,
Uh,
would Nyx have
Nyx!
There we go. I thought so.
Make an Arcana check with advantage.
So roll twice highest number plus.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
D20, right?
Yep.
They were both exactly the same.
It happens.
So it's a 9. 9, yeah.
A 9?
Yep.
Advantage, jeez.
I rolled 2 6s.
It was a symbol. It was a sigil. There was an arcane sigil. It was red.
Love that.
Did I notice it at all?
You also make an Arcana check with advantage.
Cool.
30-20.
Dirty 20?
Yeah.
You've seen this sigil before. Same sigil. Same exact sigil.
Does it happen to be in this book I have?
And what's in the book? Oh.
The journal?
Yes. As a matter of fact, it does.
I look through my journal of Killix
Oh,
that Nyx does not know I have.
nope.
In the meantime, to distract myself, could I go back in the ruined house and look for my grandma vase?
Yeah, you can.
Going to,
Okay,
I'm
thank
going
you.
to follow them.
Thank you.
Yep.
I also
Kinda.
follow Fern, but a little bit far behind in pace.
Yeah.
And I gonna just kind of take a step or two back so Nyx doesn't notice I'm pulling out the journal of Killix specifically.
Make a sleight of hand check.
Yeah, I thought so. 15.
Make a what's your passive perception?
Me or her?
Nyx. Passive perception is down at the bottom of the first sheet on your character sheet.
13.
You do not notice.
Gotcha. Damn it.
And then I'm looking through it for this symbol I have seen.
Yep.
And I glean from it that it was...
It was the same sigil. Same exact sigil. The only difference between the two, this one was 6. The one in the book is 7.
There's not a 6 in this book, is there?
No, there's not. So
So this is associated with bad juju, so to speak.
yes.
Cool. I'm going to start walking into... I'm going to walk towards the broken down house.
Okay. Do you put the book away, or do you walk right by Nyx with the book open? That's the real question.
I put the book in the... I kind of like toss it in the bag real quick, and then I start marching towards the broken down house.
Okay.
And I'll just follow behind.
Okay.
As I'm standing there, just sort of watching Fern sift through the rubble, I point at Fern, and I use True Strike.
You
What?
strike on Fern?
What?
True Strike.
Ahead.
So you know what True Strike does, right?
No.
DM.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not looking at what it does.
I don't know what it does.
None of
I'm
us know.
scared. I'm
Yep.
scared.
So, yeah, you... Okay. Okay.
Sort of.
Okay.
Yeah, I just needed to
Yeah, you're
Yes.
good.
understand.
Yeah, my
for the
cat's
little-
meowing.
Oh.
Oh,
He wants
a
attention.
brethren.
A brethren. Yeah, no, you do that, and nothing abnormal. But
Okay.
next round.
Okay, so I sort of call out to Nyx, Tythos, and Fern because I'm still in the clearing, but I'm watching them all investigate the rubble, and I sort of like I think we should head a little more north because I don't think this is the northest we were supposed to go.
In
If
a
we were
moment,
all
construct. As I keep marching towards the.
So I think we were all supposed to go a little bit. Are you listening to me? I just gesture to Tythos as he's walking.
I'm still
over.
marching away. You can tell I'm at the very least annoyed. At the most, I'm pissed.
And I next stopped in her tracks and like turned around to like look over to Strong Man, who's in the clearing. What makes you think that we're supposed to go further north?
Well, we were all told to go north. Where else should we go? Should we go back to town?
I mean, we could talk to Airhorn again.
Do you want to?
I don't know what to do.
Anyway, while this is being discussed,
You are a little distraught from your childhood home being ransacked. I understand.
And speaking of
I'm
distraught,
distraught by a lot of things, actually.
speaking of distraught, I have since sheathed my sword, but I walk in and I kind of just rest my hand on the hilt. What demon magic are you associated with?
Demon magic.
I couldn't think of the right word. I think demon magic fits enough. Bryce can
Who are you-
confirm that.
Who are you talking to?
You.
What do you mean?
That sigil that was used on you is of great interest to me.
Okay.
Probably not in the way you would like.
I was also being attacked. So if it was used on me, it probably wasn't for a good reason.
If it was used on you, you were being targeted.
Okay.
Henceforth, associated. So,
To be blunt, I don't trust you enough to give you the information that I have.
I understand that.
You scare me.
That's fair.
Does
Just
seem
know.
a bit mischievous.
Just know. I will be hospitable to you if you're hospitable to me.
Likewise.
But if there is any negotiation with the Fallen, I think it is.
The Order of the Fallen.
Yes. So I'm just going to short it to the Fallen because I think that fits enough. If I figure out you're associating with the Fallen, we're going to have some issues.
Strontium just approaches and just walks in between Fern and Tythos and says, "All right, so this conversation seems to have been very, very pleasant, but I think it's time we get a move on. And Nyx, you said we shouldn't go farther north, so I think we move back to the Songbird Peninsula and talk to Airhorn and see just what it was we just dealt with, because surely somebody in town has more information than we do right now."
And
You
I
said
think-
you
I think
you
our
said back
movement-
to the peninsula?
Yeah, we literally just told you that the two of us had been there before.
Yes,
Nyx,
let's go
did you
back.
catch that?
Yeah, I
That they were
got
from the
back.
peninsula that we've been heading to for like the last half a week?
You guys are in the Songbird Peninsula?
Okay, well I didn't know we were actually there yet. because you said we stopped in a town and we went north of that town, so
Which was in the peninsula.
Which is in the Songbird Peninsula. Writer's Run is in the Songbird Peninsula.
Okay, so where exactly in the peninsula were we?
You guys are still in the Songbird Peninsula, just on the northern, corner
because
of
we had
it.
just crossed into it. I understand that, but
yeah, you guys
I'm not
are just
sure how
in the
far we
northern-
ran out.
Were
I
Nix
just
and I
started
specifically looking for a town in the peninsula, or just being in the peninsula until something weird happened?
Kinda. You guys kind of were just like, hey, this direction is kind of the only hunch we have. Let's go this way and figure it out. You just so happened to cross over and find out immediately.
Cool. So ignore what I said.
We need to run back to Writer's Run because we have no direction right now. We need to go back to
Yeah.
town and see what was going on. Somebody surely has information on this home being completely torn down.
Well, I feel like someone here has a lot of information on it being torn down. I
Well,
just
I don't think
slowly turn.
I don't think you would believe me even if I told you any of the information I had, so it's okay.
Well, you're all we've got at this point.
I think you would believe me. I don't think he would.
He means
You can-
well.
You can tell me.
I might later.
Is there, by any chance, a town closer than Writer's Run nearby? Okay.
I do think Airhorn would be helpful because he was very, very sweet and
Mhm.
Artemis
I gleaned a
was
lot
very
from him.
helpful too. Yeah.
Is he in Writer's
Didn't
Run?
you say you didn't listen to that man, though? How did
I
you
got-
dream a lot?
I got enough from him. All right. We should all start walking back to Writer's Run.
Sure, let's go talk to this air horn fellow. Lead the way, Construct.
Construct.
Yeah,
Lucky I don't put you in the dirt right now.
what was that?
Anyway. Alrighty. Marching formation.
I refuse.
Left, right, left.
Like, Nix is going along with, like, this little, like, roleplay tinged soldier shit. I'm just walking, like, my hands in my pockets.
For a walking formation, I'm probably going to stick closer to Fern. I already
Thank
feel
you.
a little bit bad about abandoning them to save my own skin as they just came as that shadow came through. So
Thank you.
I'd like
It
to
was
protect
kind of a
them.
dick move.
Yeah. So you guys make your way on back. And as you do, I would like you all to make a general survival check for me, please. As you are walking through the... You're walking through the jungle, there's no path.
Am I tracking Fey Fiends or the
No.
I'm just saying I would get advantage if I
24 on a natural 20.
Oh.
Doesn't matter what the rest of you roll. You guys...
Cool, because I rolled a 3.
I had a 9.
Fern, you know your
Be
way...
nicer to me, Tythos.
Fern, you know your way through town, or from here to town, because you've made the trek before. A couple times before. Many times before. So you know what to stay away from. You know where is safe. And you have no issues leading the party back into the town of Writer's Row. It takes you a couple hours to get back, though. It's mid-afternoon, about 3 o'clock or so now. And you make your way back into the town. And they seem to be going about their day. Everyone.
Hey, Nix, where's your girlfriend?
I don't know who you're talking about.
I feel like I missed a lot.
As you guys
Don't
do
worry.
walk
Short
towards
one's just
town,
oblivious.
though,
Towards where? Excuse me.
as you guys do walk towards town, you do notice, on those of you that were attacked by the shadows, that take the hits, Without even a perception check or an investigation, you see it on them. They look weaker. They look physically weaker.
God damn it.
Not sick,
Here.
but weaker.
Hang on, let me pull up my Google Slides again. Hang on.
Is Nyx one of the people who notices, or no, because she wasn't hit by like the shadow?
Oh,
and
you
she
all
was hit
notice
by
it.
The other one.
You
Okay.
you
It's
notice
like we've
it.
all been hit
Yeah.
by one of
Yeah.
those three creatures.
I wasn't
Mhm.
sure if
Aitos and
Yeah.
Stone
Yeah, okay.
specifically are kind
Yeah.
of wavering a bit.
Yeah, they look physically weaker. Nyx.
And Cure Wounds wouldn't have negated that at all.
No.
Okay.
Nyx, because you were the only one struck by the shifting thing,
Mhm.
now that you know it's not a shifter, you feel cold inside. That coldness hasn't left. And Tythos, you've been traveling with her for a while.
Yes.
There's a... Your shirt will go away. Because you've seen this similar thing before. But you do see some of the darker lines of withering on the side of her neck.
No.
I'm like pulling my jacket closer around me.
Would healing words help? Could I
No.
use healing?
If cure wounds didn't do anything, then
Okay.
I'm not going to point out anything out loud, at least. Assuming I'm the only one that notices.
Yeah, you're the only one that notices, because you've been the one that's been traveling with her the longest, so you
Yeah.
were like, that wasn't there before.
Yeah. And have I seen this before in the way I think I've seen this before?
No.
Okay.
You've been in a few battles before with similar effects.
Okay.
You would know this is going to go away, and it will go away relatively soon. And judging by the fact that it's been about 3 hours now, because I assume you guys spent some time at the house investigating some of the things and talking amongst yourselves. Let's say it was about an hour you guys were there, and it's been about 2 hours traveling back. You've throughout this time, you've noticed that it has already started to recede, but it is still visible.
So I don't say anything about it because I know it will be fine. And also, my character does not want to give away any caring tendencies. So I just turn to Strong Boy. Where's this Airhorn dude? Reverend Airhorn?
Have to remember.
You
Coming
actually-
up on Writer's Run. Airhorn's going to be in the church there.
Yeah, isn't the church really close to the writer's shop, or am I mistaken?
It's very close to the library.
Oh boy.
Well, you have to pass by the library to get to the church. It's not
Yeah.
close, but it's nearby.
And we're
Ish.
passing the bookstore by extension, yes?
Yeah, because the library and bookstore connected. Yeah.
Can I just roll a quick perception to see if what's-her-face is there?
Haven.
Sure, yeah, you can make a perception check
Cool.
as you guys walk into town.
17.
You see someone in there. You assume it's probably Haven. They look a little busy at the moment. They seem to be helping a guest out with, their needs, whatever it is, if it's finding a scroll or a book, but they're like, you can see them through the window. They're like reaching up onto a shelf that is clearly too tall for them.
I just, without saying a word, just lightly tap Nyx with my shoulder, or my elbow, and just nod my head towards the bookshop with just like shit-eating grin.
I kick him in the ankle.
Roll to attack. You have Tavern Brawler!
Ah,
Wait!
shit.
Wait, can I
Roll to attack!
This is what we
Tavern
call
Brawler
character
technically requires some item, but you've dealt with people giving you shit-eating grins a lot.
development. Most of them me.
So I can actually hurt typos. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, you do that.
So I roll a d20. What do I roll?
Yeah, roll a d20 and add your
It would be
It would be your
unarmed strike.
Yeah, so it would be strength plus proficiency.
Ten.
Yeah, it's not gonna hit.
Yeah, it's fine.
No.
You kick him, but it doesn't do any damage.
But I'm like wearing boots, so
Yeah.
God
it
damn
just
it.
kind of
What
negates
is
most of
going
that.
on back there?
Good to know I can actually do an attack.
Oh yeah, no, you can do.
That's so great.
In theory, in D&D, you can do almost anything.
You
Well,
can
to be fair, my
certainly
strength
try.
is -1, so.
Mine is currently -2 because of our current run-ins. So my unarmed strike literally does 0 damage, no matter what. Huh. Anyway,
Regardless,
You
you
see-
guys. Go ahead.
Strontius is walking along, starting to struggle a bit, because Garotech requires a high physical makeup to pilot
Yeah,
correctly.
it does. And you've been walking for
Strontius is
quite a
starting to
while.
struggle.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Got you. It's gonna be a +2. Oh
What is it?
no, I don't want to tell you.
It's
No.
3.
that
It's
one.
It's a natural one. Yeah.
I rolled a nat one, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, once again, fuck this thing. I'm going back to I'm going back to my dice.
Yeah, you've struggled to keep up a good physical appearance for a while. But you have an older model of Garotech that is not that of Celian make.
Mhm.
Yours is heavier. Yours requires
heavier.
a strength bonus to wear. You take 1 point of exhaustion.
Okay.
You also can no longer cast spells while wearing the Garotech.
You're looking a bit pale there, bud. You good?
Do I look
Doing okay?
good, you mongrel?
With 1 level of exhaustion, you have disadvantage on all attacks, saving throws, and skills.
First of all, harsh. Second of
You
all,
rolled that one.
no, he called me a mongrel.
No.
Oh,
I called him because he's been annoying all campaign. His character
Yeah.
mainly.
How do you think I felt?
It's called character development.
it builds character.
Tythos has been building character.
Nah. Notice how every time I do something stupid / annoying, usually Nyx will kick me or do something else.
Well, we need to go see somebody about this because you and I are both looking a bit pale.
I mean, yeah.
Do you know if there's any apothecaries or hospitals in Writer's Run?
Well, with this type of, because So I'm just like whispering to him. It's like, well, in my previous experience, this will be gone in like the next couple of hours. But if you want to expedite that process, do I know how to expedite the process?
Yes, you do in fact know how to expedite the process. You need to essentially take a long rest.
That's
Oh.
it. Cool.
So you need to you need to rest for 8 hours.
Gotcha. There's not like you can't just have some holy water splashed on you and it.
No.
Okay,
Both
cool.
both
I'll
of the
just make sure that
effects-
wasn't the case.
Both of the effects
So-
that you guys are suffering, that the entire party currently is suffering to some extent, requires a long rest to be completely healed. The only one that is different is that of Nyx's. Nyx's, because they did not suffer any strength reduction, theirs will go away within the next couple hours, regardless of if they take a long rest or not.
Okay, so let me rewind a little bit. Okay, so in my experience, if we get a place to stay, I know we wanted to meet this priest guy, but if we can put that back a couple hours, we can
So
get
you're
a.
telling me I need bed rest?
I mean, when you say it like that, yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Would you believe I know a place?
I would hope so because I don't.
Does Nyx...
I was gonna say, does Nyx overhear the conversation? Because she could be like, "Hey,
I was
Haven said."
whispering
Yeah.
because I didn't want to worry anyone.
I mean, you're close enough to him. You would hear, yeah.
Well, Haven did say if we ever need a place to stay as well.
The Bardic Inspiration is always open.
Or we can.
What's the bardic inspiration?
Bardic Inspiration is the
Wonderful
tavern in
little tavern.
town.
Oh.
They don't like me there.
Hmm.
I
I
am a
wonder
mix
why.
between a jester and an asshole.
Noticed.
So, I
Sounds
honestly
accurate.
think Tythos just doesn't want to go back and deal with the kids who were there. What was
And
it
at this
that they
point,
said
at
to
this
you?
point, at this point, you guys are walking past the Bardic Inspiration because you have to walk past the tavern to get to the town square, which is where the Almighty Church is. And as you're walking past, you happen to see 3 college kids stumble out of the bar. Hey, isn't that Tiffany? Your name was Tiffany.
Are they in front of the door or behind the door? Like, are they still in the building or are they outside the building?
They're walking out.
Can I use
Guys, I think that's
thaumaturgy to
Tiffany.
slam the door shut on them?
Yeah.
Cool. Do I even need to do anything for that roll?
No.
I just kind of wave my hand a little bit. Bryce, you know the hand motion because you understand.
Yeah.
And
The door-
I just slammed the door shut in front of him.
Yeah, the door slaps the one dude in the face, and he like turns to his friends like, what the hell, man? I just slammed the door in my face, and the guy goes, I didn't do it. And then they completely forget that you're there and start arguing with each other. They're sloshed. They're gone. They've been drinking since like you guys got to town at 10. They've been drinking since 10.
Let's just say
it's 3 in the afternoon.
let's just say demonic ancestry has its benefits.
As much as I dislike
Regardless.
you right now, that was really funny. That was very funny.
Honestly, I wanted to hear what they were saying about you, Tiffany.
Yeah, me too, actually.
Strontius just looks at the party, exhausted, and is just mutters, "I don't even want to know who Tiffany is," and just strolls on over to walk into the Bardic Inspiration.
Oh, Strong Boy, are you doing okay?
And I say, do I look okay as I walk through the door?
Yeah, I can help. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you notice.
Are we
Just
walking into the
sit.
Bardic Inspiration now?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys notice that Strontius is starting to look quite tired. And Fern, you yourself did also take a hit from them as well.
Yeah.
And even though you were putting on a pretty good act as of right now, and you are not wearing any strong armor or anything, Elm is... You've been using Elm as a crutch.
Mm-hmm.
Strontius walks into the Bardic Inspiration, goes up to the tavern keep.
Yep.
Strontius looks at Liam and says, Liam,
Boy, you look like you had one hell of a day.
how much did Aurora pay you
Bartender.
for my room last night?
And you guys were here a couple days. She paid for probably 5 nights worth. I assumed the rest was a tip. You guys were only here about 3.
Can I use the rest of that for tonight? Are you feeling generous?
He looks over at the rest of you. Yeah, she paid me for 2 extra nights. I can let you stay another.
Thank you, sir. Strontium just strolls on past the tavern to the stairs where the rooms are kept up above and just slowly strolls on up the stairs like a tired kid with no teddy bear
Before we head up,
dragging his staff along. He
Like a
just
blanket.
drags his staff up the stairs and you just hear a door slam.
before I head up, I just lean over to the bar, visibly like shaking because I'm
Yeah.
still recovering,
Yeah,
and I'm just like, "Look, sorry about earlier. I was upset. I did some stupid things. Can you please get me a liquor so I can just go straight to bed? And just tell me how much it costs."
You know what? Normally I would make you pay double for the shit you pull. But it looks like you've already gotten your payback. So this one's on me. And he walks over with he grabs a tankard and pulls one of the taps out of one of the kegs. You've never had it yourself. You've only heard of it. And you're pretty sure you know what it is. It is this thick, almost syrupy alcohol that is being poured out of this tap. And he just slides it over to you and goes, "That'll put you to sleep real quick."
I feel like I know what this is. How much? Do I know how much this would normally cost?
For a tankard of this, it's about 5 silver. It's pretty expensive.
As a sign of good faith, as I get up with the tankard, I quietly leave 5 silver pieces on the table and just walk away as I start drinking it.
Don't drink it all at once, otherwise you won't make it up the stairs, as he pockets the coins.
Mhm.
Once I reach the top of the stairs, I finish it.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw with
Yeah.
disadvantage. You literally just downed a pint of Slogbog. My dude, you know
Bryce,
how this
if you
works.
remember this,
My man.
You
it's
know
like,
how this
Bryce,
works.
You remember this is the second time I've done this.
It is.
Well, that's not good.
12.
So, you stumble forward, and Strontius, you're already asleep.
Hey, I'm gone.
But at the door, you just hear a ka-thump.
Oh, Nyx looks up the staircase, looks
Stro-
over at
Strontius.
Liam.
Stone just out of the suit of armor is just like it just rolls over.
Tythos, you didn't even make it into the door. You hit the door.
As long as I didn't fall backwards, I was fine.
And welcome back. We do apologize. I apologize that somehow the last couple minutes of the first part of the recording did get cut off. We did mention that we were going to be taking a break, kind of abruptly. The only thing that happened is the party headed upstairs into the room, shut the door, and found Strontius sprawled out in bed, very, very asleep. And Tythos smashed his face into the door as he blacked out from downing the slug bug. Other than that, we return to the table with Nyx and Fern being the only two currently awake.
Hello.
I think you had asked. Why am I not talking? Hello! There we go. There you go. Ah! Why was it being weird? I think if you wanted to go off of what you had just last did was you had asked if Nyx knew Liam. When I said yeah, I used to come here frequently, and then you never said anything after, so we could. There you go.
Okay. So did you grow up here?
Can you repeat that? You went beep boop for a moment.
There we go. I'm back. I hate.
Welcome back.
It's going away again. Okay, I'm sorry. My internet is terrible. I hate it here. Anyways, non-canonical internet aside, did you grow up here? Is what I asked.
Gotcha. Okay. I mean, I did grow up around here. I say, and I like sit down with my back against like the wall, like pulling my jacket a bit closer because I'm still like feeling that cold inside.
Are you feeling okay? You can go lay down.
I'm fine. This is nothing.
Oh, okay.
What about you? I mean, you said that was your home, that haunted whatever. Don't really think you could count that as a home.
Yeah, it wasn't. Oh, I've never seen it like that before. It was destroyed before, but I was able to put it back together. It was never that bad. It was never haunted. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, I grew up there with my mom. For the majority of the time.
What made you leave?
My mom died.
Oh.
And then the house was destroyed. So there wasn't really much left there. But it's okay. I found a wolf pack and they took care of me.
You're telling me you were raised by wolves?
No, I wasn't raised by wolves, but like when I was, I forget how old I was, but like I was a teenager and I met a wolf and I don't know, there was something different about them, so they took me to their pack and they protected me. Her name was Aspen.
Do I know that the pelt on her back is like wolf pelt?
Yeah.
Okay. For somebody who was raised by wolves, why do you have that pelt?
This is Aspen.
Oh! Nyx just looks down at her hand silently, going, "Oh fuck."
Yeah, she passed away a long time ago. But I got Elm now, and Elm's pretty cool.
That's rough, buddy. So I had to do it. I had to bring up the Zuka line.
note, little bit of a random question, but how do you feel about Loki?
Loki?
Mhm.
You mean like the god of mischief?
Oh, so you know that he's a god. Not many people do.
Wait, would Nyx know that? I'm assuming.
Nyx has only heard the name Loki in passing or in stories. To Nyx, Loki doesn't exist.
Gotcha. Okay, but she would know that people think of him as a god in the stories and stuff.
In
if not, I
stories,
can
yes,
re-say
but
that. Okay.
you don't know any. You yourself don't know anybody that follows Loki.
Gotcha.
Actually,
Gotcha. Okay. I mean, I've heard stories of him when I was young, but that's all they are, just stories.
Interesting. Did you know he was also the patron of children? He was like a guardian for children.
That I did not hear.
Just a fun fact for you. Anyways, nice chatting with you. With that, I just head to my room.
you're all in the same room.
Yeah, we're all in the same room. Where the fuck are you going?
No, she roboted.
Lie down, I go to sleep. I hate it here!
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay, with that, I lay down. I sleep. Before I robot again, Jesus Christ. I'm gonna cry.
Okay. You lay down in the corner and attempt to sleep.
Nyx just sits there for a while, hearing like the snores of like the party and everything, and just finally herself like she herself just like dozes off, leaning against the wall.
As you doze off, and sleep finds all of you. I'd like everyone except for Nyx to deafen.
Oh.
Heard, boss.
Oh. Hi.
Oh. In your dreams, in your unconscious state, she's right, you know. You find yourself on the beach. A familiar beach. One that you once started a journey on. It's evening. The sun is setting. You look out into the water. Orange, pink, red fills the sky. You're sitting in the sand, and next to you is Killix. You swear it's a dream. You swear you're asleep. But it feels real. She's right. Well, don't just sit there, say something.
What do you mean?
Loki exists.
Loki exists in stories.
Come on now. Where do you think I got my power from?
I don't know, just thought maybe you were born with it.
That would have been nice. But I'm not good with that innate magic. He waves his hand in front of him. She's right, though. He exists.
And why are you telling me this?
Because I think it's only fair.
Fair?
Didn't get to tell you in life. Well, I didn't get to tell you while I was there. I'm surprised you haven't figured it out. I played a lot of tricks. I swindled a lot of people. And I taught you those ways too. You, also, when I found you, were just a kid. I mean, you still are one, but everything lines up, does it not?
And what am I supposed to do with this information now that you're giving it to me?
I don't know. That's for you to decide. But I can promise you one thing. And he stands up and brushes the sand off of him. When the time comes, I know you're going to make the right choice. So do with that information as you will. We'll talk again. He starts to walk towards his ship. He climbs aboard. The plank raises, and the sails drop. As the sun sets into evening and night, he sails off into the horizon.
Damn. Is there something I should do, or...
Up to you.
I mean, I feel like with him leaving, again, she would just, like, startle awake. Because, like, he's gone again.
And I think that's
Leaving her
fair.
behind again. Yeah.
And you snap awake, and at this point, it's 2 a.m. You've been asleep for 12 hours. All of you are still asleep. You don't feel cold anymore. You're the only one awake.
I like look around the room trying to gather myself a little bit, and my eyes like land on Fern, who's just laying there asleep. Before I like pick myself up and like quietly walk out to like go down to the bar to get a drink. I'm assuming it's still open.
Yeah, the bar's open all night.
Yeah.
Although it's not Liam that's there anymore. It's one of his many other workers that are there. You don't know who it is, but it's a half-elf man. Seems to be in his 20s. Probably some college kid that just is working to make some extra coin, working a night shift. Can I get you anything?
Just one ale, please. I say as I like toss however much it's supposed to be like onto the table.
2 copper.
Yeah.
1 ale? Coming right up. Pours you a drink and slides it over to you.
I take it, I just like down it quickly as I'm like racking my head around the stream, because all of the dreams I've had of Killix have been like the nightmare, right? I'm assuming.
Every single one has been a nightmare.
Except
And
this
it's been
one.
the same nightmare.
Mhm.
This one's different.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to like rack my head around this stream because it felt so real. I'm just sitting there silently, like replaying it over. Sorry, I just so tough.
And no, no, you're good. And unlike a dream, unlike a dream, where you immediately lose it, this one you don't. This feels like a memory. But you rack your brain trying to remember this moment. You never had a moment like this. Never once did this conversation happen. But it just did. It's for you to decide. He spoke to you. You know it. You return to the room. And you find yourself in your corner. Slept for 12 hours. Do you think you can sleep after that, even though it's only about 2 a.m.?
No.
Nor do I.
I just sit there, playing with like the dagger a little bit as I'm just replaying that over and over, trying to think of like when that might have happened.
Yeah, I agree with that. And somewhere around 4 a.m. or so, you can't help but fall back asleep. But you do get your long rest.
Ow, why does my face hurt?
Morning comes to you all, and a long rest is completed. If you lost any points in strength, re-add them. You are back to what you were before. Your hit points are now at maximum. Any used spell slots are restored to you. and you may re-prepare your spells for the day if you use spells. Any features or class abilities that you have that are once a day or once per long rest are refreshed. And all of your hit dice, if you used any, are back up to full.
Yay!
Yay!
Woot woot.
It's the next day. You went to bed at about 4 in the afternoon, 3:30, 4 in the afternoon.
We got ourselves a long rest.
You guys woke up at 9 a.m. the next day. You slept for a very long time.
Strontius rolls out of bed. Just rolls out of bed. Wakes up, dons the armor. Goes to the door. Tries to open it, just bonk. And Strontium notices this. Strontium then closes the door.
What do you call him Strontium? Isn't it Strontius?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I just started doing that.
Strong boy.
Strontium!
Strong.
Strontius.
Strong boy.
Strontius then proceeds to just run into the door and push it open.
I'm inside the room.
Yeah, he was drug into the room.
Strontius trips over Tythos.
There we go.
That works. There you go.
Oh.
Loud thud.
Nick startles awake from her little corner where she's like still leaning against the wall. Just give me 5 more minutes.
What is everybody's passive perception? I know Nix's is 13.
Passive perception is also 13 over here.
It's 11.
Where do I check that?
Bottom of your
It's going to
character
be
sheet
below
underneath
your-
skills.
Okay.
Towards the bottom left corner of the first page.
+4?
No, it's its own box. It's called passive perception or passive wisdom.
Oh.
Yeah, under the box under skills. Above other proficiencies and languages.
Oh, 14.
Okay. It's a new day. There's some clouds in the sky. Might rain later in the day. But the day is yours. The town is yours. Would y'all like to do?
Strontius strolls on down the stairs towards the tavern barkeep.
Liam is there.
Looks over to Liam. Thank you. Yeah, we had a rough evening last night.
I could tell. You will have to tell me about it sometime.
I'll tell you about it now. You know how I strolled out yesterday and said, "Hey, I need to go north." So what happened was I went over to the Almighty Church and I found Airhorn, and Airhorn told me all about these damn druids and what they're doing because there's a storm coming apparently. And so he told me go find the Writers Run library. So I went and talked to Spring. Spring told me to go north, so I went north and found the bundle of idiots that I walked in with the other day. And then last night with running with the bundle. Apparently you knew him. And then I fought some really weird scarecrow and its shadows, and the shadows hit me and I couldn't walk anymore. But we're better. And today's gonna be a good day, isn't it?
Are you sure he's not the one that's been drinking?
I'm
bro?
tired.
Can I sneak up on him and say who you calling idiots? Because I think that'd be really funny.
Yes, you can.
I would do that. Who you calling idiots?
Liam is just
You,
sitting there going, uh-huh. 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 Yep.
Next is
where
Eddie.
do you think I should go to find more info on a shifter and shadows?
My guess would be the library. Or
Okay.
go talk to... Did you call Irehorn Airhorn?
Looks like an air horn. Thank you.
I'm so glad that someone's caught on to me making Tom say air horn. I did it as a joke, and then Tom just kind of adopted it, and I was like, okay.
Don't call him Airhorn to his face, please.
I won't.
Those are your best bets.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I am going to head out on my way.
Where is that?
Strontius leaves the bar, leaves the Strontius leaves the I was about to say the Brainium Shaker for no reason. Strontius leaves the Bardic Inspiration. And it's fixing to stroll on down to the Writers' Run Library to talk with Spring again.
Okay. Yep. Easy enough. You head on out, and all of you see Strontius just not even acknowledge you guys, just in a state of grogginess and still processing yesterday. Just walks the fuck out. He didn't seem like he was walking out in a rude way, like he was ignoring you. He just walks out.
I nudge Tythos a bit and go, "Who reminds me of you a little bit?" And I just walk out, following.
I'm too hungover to respond.
And you are.
I'm gonna follow too, and while I'm doing that, I'm writing in my journal about everything that happened yesterday. Just not even saying anything to Tythos, just leaving.
Okay. Yeah, you guys all make your way out and head towards the Writers' Run Library. It's a little after 9 in the morning. The library is open. You open the door. Ding, ling, 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 as you walk in. Strontius, you kind of just barge in, and Spring is there. Behind the desk. Just like, yes, may I... Oh, you're back.
Hi, Spring. So, remember how yesterday you told me to venture north?
Yes.
I did that.
Okay.
What I found when I ventured north, outside of Writer's Run, was nothing more than a decrepit house and a few friends. You remember Fern? The one you told me about?
Yes.
Found Fern. And two others. Nyx and Pythos, I believe.
Did you say Nyx? And you see from the over in the little over in the doorway that leads over to the bookstore, pokes her little head through. It's like, is Nyx here? Did you find her?
I did find Nyx. I don't know if they followed me out. The last time I saw them was in we were at the Bardic Inspiration. We had to stay a night because actually that's what I came to talk to you about, Spring.
At that moment, Nyx walks in with the chimes chiming and everything.
And as you walk in, you see Haven, immediately sees you. Is like, huh, Nix, hi, welcome back. And she like runs up to you immediately.
See, now that I know it's hitting on its defense, now I know that's what this is.
Do I feel bad about this? Nah.
I say hi to Haven and like give them a little hug because Nyx is still clueless at the whole thing.
Yeah, Haven returns a hug and just like, did you find what you were? What happened? And like, even Spring is like looking at you all now, like, okay, what actually happened? Explain, someone, please.
Okay, so when I went north, I found, the gaggle of friends, and they were all sort of investigating this house. And as soon as I said the word Fern, which was your name, Fern, we got
Hello.
attacked by two shadows and some weird shifting thing. I was curious if you had any information on these creatures and why they would be in the Songbird Peninsula at all.
Spring closes her book and looks about the party. She gets up from behind the counter and walks around. Middle-aged gnome woman with green eyes and light brown hair steps up and Fern, your house was to the north, yes?
My childhood one, yeah.
Right. And your house was
Yeah.
destroyed again.
Yeah.
And some things attacked you in this house, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Let me... Haven. Yeah, yes! Haven, like, perks up. It's like... Go bring me that newspaper again. Okay. I don't think I put it that far... Yeah, okay. Haven scurries off.
Spring, is it what I think it is? The newspaper?
It is.
I was worried about that. Okay.
Haven returns a minute later with a newspaper. It's the same newspaper that Nyx, both you and Tythos saw the other day. Just yesterday, in fact, in the morning. Strontius, you also heard about this. The last time the druids of the area were on edge, a storm came. Not a physical one.
Yeah. That's what you said. That's what Earhorn said. Everybody said it was metaphorical and spiritual.
And it was.
But what we encountered in the forest wasn't metaphorical or spiritual.
But it was. And Spring lays out the newspaper. It's an article from not too long ago. Public execution.
Zontius reads the article.
A halfling man.
Heard that too, right?
A halfling man whose name was chosen not to be recorded as to attempt to erase the name was executed in town. Having made ties with something wrong.
Ties with something wrong.
The article reads, quote, a deal with the devil.
And his gesture, just calmly gestures over towards Tythos.
I thought Tythos stayed at the.
I'm just a bit.
I thought I pulled everyone with me.
Yeah, everyone
Oh.
did follow. Everyone did
Oh,
follow.
okay, never mind.
And just gestures back at Spring in the article. So this has correlations to Fern.
Yeah.
Where are your parents?
They're both dead.
Huh. Does this article mean anything to you?
Please stop asking.
Okay.
If you know something, you should tell us.
See, Fern. As much as I'd love to stop asking and be super,
I
you know.
don't trust Tythos with this information.
Tythos, my guy, my boy, my buddy. And Strontius attempts to push Tythos out of the room. What check do I need to make for this?
I don't know. Tythos, what are you doing?
Tythos is currently playing Super Auto Pets.
Can I just hug
I'm
Elm?
not.
Is Elm
It's
here? I
just
need
open.
Elm.
Elm is not here.
Damn it.
L.
I am going to be. I'm gonna just try to. I'm gonna just try to stand there and not let him move me.
Contested strength checks from me, from both of you.
Saving throw, just checks.
Just to check. My cat! Buddy, you are ruining the moment! Stop meowing at me!
Meow, 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 meow.
It really is. He's just like, meow! 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 Oh, now you went down? Anyway. What are your strength checks?
16.
I got. You're gonna love this.
Yeah?
An 8.
Yeah, you try to stand your ground and you are immediately shoved by Strontius.
As I get pushed away, I just point at Fern and like, we're having a heart-to-heart discussion later. And I'm still
No,
like
we're not.
hungover as fuck. And just
You get ushered outside and the door is shut.
I always get kicked out of places here.
Admittedly, I rolled that in rolls and I didn't like it, so I turned to my actual dice.
Wait, no, hold on.
Wait,
No, that's a 5 on that dice, I see. Nah!
I feel bad.
You know what? Now that you say that, now that I see that, Strontius, you were not removed from the room. You stand your ground. Or not Strontius, Tythos, you were not removed. You stand your ground.
L.
Okay, so I'm gonna erase the last couple seconds.
It was for the bit.
I turn to Fern and say, I have good reasoning behind my beliefs. If you don't trust me in anything else, trust me in that. And then I, of my own volition, walk out.
Door shuts behind him as he
goes to lock
leaves.
the door.
And is locked.
The library!
Thank
Well,
you.
isn't it also a bookstore in the front?
On the other
It's
side,
like a
they're
side
connected,
thing.
yeah, to the
Oh,
side of it,
okay.
yeah.
So Fern, once again I ask, does this article mean anything to you?
It means a lot, actually.
Do I deafen for this?
You don't have to.
Okay.
What does it mean, Fern? Explain. We kind of got
my
our lives
dad.
threatened.
That's my dad.
What happened though?
He made a deal with a questionable entity to protect me when I was very young, and it led him down a path of crime. I never got to know him. My mom always told me growing up that she wanted me to meet him, and she didn't tell me until the day that she died that he was dead too. So,
That's
Isn't it
heavy.
able to figure
Yeah.
out, like from the previous conversation, that it might be Loki, possibly?
Insight check.
What check?
Insight with advantage.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, 21.
Yeah.
Did your
and
father make a deal with Loki?
yeah. That's why I
On
was
that-
scared to say any. Sorry, go ahead.
Nope. On that Insight 21, one of the redacted names from the Order of the Fallen is revealed to you.
Let's go!
To everyone in the party.
You're welcome.
W, massive W.
Loki.
You're welcome, you say, as I'm the one who rolled the check. Fuck you. Fuck you.
I'm not using the roll bot anymore, man. That thing's rude.
Loki's position, and I'm going to update it as well, but for everybody that is listening or watching, Loki's position, Order of the Fallen, Greater Order, Third Deity.
He's a big guy. He's a pretty tough dude.
Loki's up there.
Yeah. That's why I was. That's why I was too scared to tell Typhos though, because like my dad means my dad's my dad. I don't really want him shit talking my dad, and he made the deal to protect me, and there are times I wonder if maybe Loki still watches over me in some way, and like that could just be me being superstitious, but like I appreciate him for making the deal with my dad. So I say hi to snakes every time I see them because like I know he likes snakes, and so Typhos scares me because I don't know if he would like me. And when I met Artemis, I didn't think she would like me either. I was very confused when Earhorn introduced us. I was, yeah. But when he died,
He is now Airhorn.
I didn't mean to call him Earhorn. I'm sorry. When we were talking, he had an accent. I was confused.
Just that apparition voice from above, just the DM's voice. Just, he is now Airhorn.
He is now Airhorn.
But like there was a storm the day he died. So
Storm. Got it.
yep.
There it is. See, Spring? There it is.
Spring just
Sorry
gives
for-
Spring gives you a look like, not now, bitch.
Sorry for throwing all that at you. But yeah, that's the significance of the storm and the destroyed house and the metaphorical storm thing. It's 'cause it's still a metaphorical storm. It's just so happens the storms are part of the metaphorical storm.
Then
Wow.
Strontius just looks at Fern and wonders why Fern is beeping and booping all of a sudden. And then and then decides to hesitantly respond with, "You waited till now to tell us this?"
To be fair, she didn't have a good time to tell us when we were being attacked.
Also,
We had an exhaustion,
Again.
an exasperated walk back.
again, Tythos. Need I explain that?
You're going to have to get along with him at some point, Fern.
He made it sound like he's hunting down people who are like my dad.
As someone who's spent a lot of time with Tythos, unfortunately, he's not that bad. Do not ever tell him I said this. He's a dumbass at best.
Strontius
There's
makes
nothing-
her run for the door.
The door is still locked. You go to open the door and slam your face into it.
I was gonna say Nyx puts her foot out to just trip him before he can.
I don't know. I feel like if I told him any of the stuff I told you guys, my throat would be at one of his weapons. I feel
Well-
I would die very
well,
quickly.
to be fair, you're not the one who made the deal.
I think
you were
Loki's
just-
still kind of there though.
Is that why he asked about deals yesterday?
Yeah, he's been going on and on since we met. Was it a month ago? Or was it like a week? I can't remember when the exact time was.
It's been a little over a month now.
Gotcha. He's been going on and on about deals since I met him about a month ago.
Has he made any deals recently? What's the book he's carrying?
Book? I don't know what book he has. He never lets me see it for some reason. He's very secretive about that.
It looks like a book that's straddled to his side.
It was in his pack, but Strontius, you did catch a glimpse of it.
Either
And-
way, I really don't trust him.
See, out of character, Strontius is studied, so Strontius would understand, like, the symbol on the book if he saw it. But
Yeah,
Strontius didn't see it.
you didn't see the
He
contents of
didn't
the
see
book.
them,
You
yeah.
saw that there was a book in his hands, and then it was
Mm.
quickly shuffled away.
Back in character. Yeah, it's just he does seem very mischievous, but I don't know. He was annoying earlier. He didn't really help us out at all during that fight, although he did end up doing well. He helped us eventually, but he's been very outlandish.
Instantly blamed me for the fight.
Well, we were on your property.
Yeah, to
I don't
be
know.
fair.
I don't know. I don't really know what to go. Where to go with this information. There's this storm coming. It's a storm. Everybody I know has been talking about this storm, and here I find out It has to deal with you and your lineage in the town that I wasn't even sent to.
I still think it's a metaphorical storm, and I think it's different for everyone. Cause Airhorn, I don't know anymore. He seemed concerned.
Funny guy.
Yeah,
The priest.
and like if he was concerned, then like something must be going on.
Well,
That doesn't have to just do with me.
Spring, do you mind if I keep this article on hand?
I don't mind. No, that seems fine with me.
Okay, well, I'm gonna bring this with me.
Yeah, of course. And sorry
We
that
will be
you
on our
had
way.
to share some traumatic information, but
That's okay.
are you doing okay, Fern?
That's a good question. I'm okay. I think I'll be okay. Yeah.
Well, if you need anything, let us know.
Thank you.
And you see Haven perks up. Is like, I mean, like, it doesn't really matter to me if this Loki guy is like a good guy or a bad guy. I mean, I just think it's cool. Like,
Thank you.
it's pretty cool. I mean, like, you
I
sound.
think it's cool.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
pretty
you see Fern, or not Fern. Spring's just like, not now, Haven. She's, sorry.
No, that means a lot. Thank you.
Of course.
Alright. Well, thank you, Spring, for this information. This helps us a bunch. I am going to go to the Almighty Church next and talk to Earhorn about what I found out about this storm, because I had mentioned it to him yesterday, and he had actually sent me to you. So I'm just retracing my steps, to be honest. Do you know if he's at the he's at the Almighty Church today, right?
No. He's not there today. I believe today's service was for Aphrodite?
Oh.
Tidy.
I want to say,
Okay.
but if you go to the, I'm sure he could be fetched. And the service
I'll
doesn't
find a way.
service doesn't happen until 10, so you have time. Let's before then. I'd go catch him before the masses show up.
Alrighty.
Might as
Well,
well
thank
give
you
it a
so
shot.
much.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Startius goes to leave the Writer's Run library.
Yeah.
The door's
Guy-
still locked.
The door
And I'm
is
still on the other side of it.
Yeah, you open. Yeah, you unlock the door and head on out. Haven just excitedly waves up. Bye.
Bye bye.
Nick
just
waves
hear-
back.
You just hear Spring go, Haven, you know, yes, I know, I have to go put the book, I know, and then just runs off.
I like her. She seems nice.
Alright, so I am going to go to the Startius goes to the Almighty Church.
Yeah.
Walks in and looks for anybody of importance.
Yeah, so I mean, as you walk in, you can see that there are plenty of ushers and plenty of other helpers of the church that are there, dressed in whites and pink today, the colors of Aphrodite. And as you walk in, they all greet you, and it's about 9:30 or so now. Mass starts at 10, so it's a little, you see people starting to arrive, and they, these ushers just greet you, and they're like, oh, welcome on it, and you stop one of them. It's like,
Like, hey, do you know where Airhorn Sarver, I think was his name, is?
Ironhorn Sarovar, you mean?
Yes.
He's not here today, but do you require him?
I would like to speak with him as soon as possible. Also, who's the priest for this morning?
have that note yet.
Oh.
I don't have that note yet.
Oh, no!
Gosh damn
You're
it.
doing great, DM. You
It's
got
fine.
this.
It's fine.
Al. Supposed to be
Um,
prepared for everything, I thought.
I have a lot of shit. That's the one note I don't have.
Damn.
I will
That's
go
a-
fetch. I will go fetch. I will go fetch Arahorn for you.
Out of character, quick.
Yeah.
I propose that Tom Drake gets a level of experience.
I propose you de-level to 1.
Ah, damn.
You know what? I vouch
Worth
for
a
that.
shot.
I mean, hey, it's not often that you catch me without a note. It's not often you catch me without a note. Should have probably, in hindsight, I should have probably prepared that one, but
No, it's fine. I just didn't know if that character is of importance to me right now.
no.
Apparently not. They don't exist. So Arahorn is our main cause
Yeah.
of concern next. I need to figure out the other places to go in this damn town.
But after a couple minutes, the usher returns, and you see Arahorn. He's dressed down. He's not in all the robes and things that he was yesterday. He is more casually dressed, and rather than the ostentatious robes and garbs and jewelry that he had on, he seems to be more in his natural attire. Some simple cloths and leathers, and a mantle of leaves around his neck and draped over his back. He
Damn, bothering the man on his day off.
looks up and it's like, oh, Strontius. You see the darker skinned, what was his description? Oh my goodness, I'm losing all my notes now.
You're doing great.
Where'd I put it? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? It's in the other file that I closed!
Oops.
It's fine. It's fine. It builds character. Hmm.
Builds
Uh,
character.
It builds character, chat. It builds character. Where
Right,
is
chat.
it? Where is it? There it is. Nope. Wait. There it is. Yep. Okay. Yeah. You see him. Half elf man, darker complexion, gold eyes.
Hey,
Ah.
remember that storm you were talking about?
Yes. Good.
I
to
found it. And
You've-
I shove Strontius throws the article at what's his at Airhorn, and then kind of like nudges Fern into
Oh,
like into the front.
hi.
He like catches the paper and he's like, "Fern, you're back. Welcome."
Hi.
And I'm
Made
surprised.
some friends.
He unfurls the newspaper. He's like, I'm surprised to. Oh no, Fern.
Hi. Remember when I said that I was surprised that Artemis liked me? That was why.
Fern, you've done nothing wrong. You have done. Come with me, all of you. And he leads you out of the. He leads you out of the church. You all head outside, and he takes you around the back. And there's a small garden there. It's peaceful. Small fountain, flowers of all kinds. Grass is well kept. He'll sit you down. Rain is coming in about an hour or so, you can ascertain. Fern,
Hi.
you didn't do anything wrong.
But is it wrong to be thankful to him?
No. No, it's not. Oh, where did he go?
We lost one.
We
Oh,
lost
no.
one.
Oh no!
Oh
He's
Looks like
gone.
the internet cut out.
Yeah, I think it did.
Oh, they here.
no!
He's
There
back.
he is.
There
Hello,
he is.
he's
returned.
alive.
Tythos, you still with us, buddy?
Are you still with us?
The hangover's getting to him. It's fine.
Yep.
It's
I'm-
fine.
Starting to recover.
Anyway, Fern, I've told you. It doesn't matter who you are or where you come from. Or I should say, it doesn't matter who you were and where you come from. But you never did anything wrong in your past. And you seemingly still haven't done anything wrong in the present.
Just kind of lean over towards Nyx. What are we talking about?
You're not allowed to know.
Well, that's a bit offensive.
Not only that, but Artemis is the goddess of the wild, goddess of the hunt. Seasons change and so do people.
I was
Days?
actually going. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you, please.
I was gonna ask if maybe you or Artemis had some help or other information about the storm, because a lot. We found a lot north, and I'm very confused, and I think we're all really scared. I don't want to speak for you guys though. How are you guys feeling?
I couldn't move yesterday.
Yeah,
I'd like answers.
Yeah.
What? You couldn't. What?
I've
We
dealt
were-
with worse.
Long
once or twice.
story.
We were attacked.
You were by what?
There was.
Big toothpick boy kept changing his face.
It was like we called it a shifter. It was kind of like a changeling, but I don't think it was a changeling. It was weird. It was, and then there were these like other shadowy guys, and it felt like cold when they attacked us, and we were like weak, and it was weird. It was
You can
really
see-
weird.
You can see his eyes go wide, and he is like racking his brain with everything.
As I kind of, push myself and take a step towards the front of our group here, and is there like a paper and a ink like within arm's
I
reach?
have a pen and journal. You could ask to borrow.
Can I please see a piece of paper and the pen, please?
I
It's
got
at least
you.
twice.
Hang on. Also, since you're being nice and you walked out on your own accord, My father made a deal with Loki. The article is about my dad. There you go. Now you know. If you say anything rude about my father, I will smite you. Anyways, here's the paper. Here's the pen. There you go.
Firehorn is still racking his brain, but laughs at that comment.
I don't like him very much.
I just look Fern dead in the eye and said, "You're not in trouble or anything, but we will discuss this later."
I figured.
But that'll be personal discussion. Anyway, I turn and I draw the symbol that was on Fern during the battle, and I show it to him.
You recreate
That was not my
you recreate the arcane sigil as best you can.
Yeah. Do I need to roll for performance?
No, because you have a book that has it in it.
I didn't want to bring it out because Nick's.
But you've looked at it enough, so you would know what it looks like. You studied it, so no, you don't have to bring it out. You recreate the sigil, you draw it, and hand it over. I assume you hand it to Irehorn.
Yeah. Side note: does just drawing it on something mean bad things, or do I have to specifically do incantation? Okay.
You would know that there are required materials for this. There's.
Yeah, that was more for me, Cole,
Yeah.
as opposed to Typhus.
Yeah.
That was in red at my feet.
And Irehorn takes it and goes, "Oh no."
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
And my house was destroyed. Well, it's not my house. That's a long story. I won't burden you with that. But yeah, a lot went down.
Do you know
The Muffin Man?
what this means?
No.
Not at all. Well, kind of.
This one hasn't really been helpful. I pointed typos.
You have your secrets, I have mine.
These
Grant, you just told me them, so...
These runes are infernal arcane runes. They,
Read infernal.
they translate to summon the old ones, power beyond the hunter, strength.
What does that mean?
It's a spell.
Would Nyx recognize that pattern of words?
That exact pattern you recognize, yes.
Cool. Just want to make sure.
What would that have done? Do you know?
That would have brought something very bad across the plains. A sacrifice is required. A sacrifice with a tie to the thing being brought across.
Oh.
And the one I saw, you said that was 6, and then the one that I have other
Is
records
7.
of was 7.
Yes.
And I say, what do the numbers represent?
In the easiest term, the level. How powerful the incantation is.
And how bad is this one that I'd given him the 6?
Wait, what do you mean you give him the 6? Like the one that you showed him?
No,
or...
I had given him the 6.
Oh, okay.
So how bad is a 6?
Very.
Now, how bad is a 7?
do you mean 7?
Nick just like looks over at
Give me one-
Typhos, raising an
Give me
eyebrow.
1 second. Hey, Nix, what's that?
Doesn't fool you in the slightest.
Yeah, no.
I couldn't even. Let me try. Hey, Nix.
Yeah?
Shoes untied. Anyways, I pull out the journal that may or may not have property of on it on the
Does
front.
Nick see this fucking journal?
He pulls out the journal and you immediately recognize it.
How would they immediately recognize? I'm imagining like blank leather.
No.
Damn it.
How do you have that?
Found it.
Where?
You remember I was there when you woke up, yes?
Vaguely, but why would you have that book? It doesn't
Nope.
belong to you.
In a weird roundabout way, it does.
Nick's like walks up to try to snatch the journal from him.
I just, raise my hand a little bit.
Can I kick him in the knee?
You can make an attack roll if you want.
I kick him in the knee to try to get it.
Make an attack roll.
I'm just sitting
It's
here
just-
like,
it's just
I
the
just
roll
want to know
plus-
why people are
Plus strength,
attacking
plus
me.
proficiency.
Okay.
Yeah, you
Doesn't
miss.
hit.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it doesn't fucking hit.
As you're holding it up in the air, Airhorn grabs the book from you
Yeah.
and opens it to the page that is bookmarked.
I love the fucking book.
Well, because you marked it, you would have marked it on when you were looking at stuff.
No, but I like to imagine it's like one of those like cardboard ones like, reading is cool. Just
Like it was okay. So like when I say bookmarked, it's like there's like
I know,
one of
it's
those
like the little
straps.
ribbon thing.
Yeah, one
Yeah,
of
I
those
know.
ribbons. Yeah,
But I like to imagine it was like one of those like.
and he
Like
opens
one that was in it.
he opens it and goes,
Just a receipt.
"Oh no! Oh no! 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 No!"
If it makes you feel better, the guy who wrote that is currently
Don't-
with the
Don't say it.
is currently with the being they wish to get help from. If you catch my meaning.
Why do I feel like you're the one who did that?
There is no evidence whatsoever of this happening. As I'm like pointing at the picture in the journal.
You have something very dangerous, and this needs to be destroyed.
I mean, yeah,
Can Nick
but-
try to attempt to grab that journal from the band when he says that?
Yeah, go for it. Make a sleight of hand check.
Right, that's a d20 plus that. Okay.
Mhm.
Natural 20 plus 6. 26, bitch.
Natural 18. Plus not enough. Yeah, you snatch that book.
You
Guys.
can't destroy this!
Guys, I trust Airhorn. Can maybe he could like lock it in a vault, like like
No.
compromise. Nix, please. I'm scared.
No.
Listen,
scared.
I
You're not taking this from me. I don't have anything of him left other than this in the coat. You're not taking this.
you don't know what he was trying to do to you.
Sitting down.
Airhorn speaks and says, Nix, is it? Nix,
My
do
name, yes.
you know what that last word means?
No, he only told me the first 6, which you said. He only told me those, but you're not taking this.
The last word is infuse.
And what does that mean?
The person that was using this spell, that performed this incantation, was going to infuse themselves with the being they were calling. They were attempting ascension.
And Mr. Earhorn, Reverend Earhorn, Father Earhorn, whatever it is. Please do remind the group here what is required for that to happen.
A sacrifice of someone tied to the being called.
Did I know that prior?
You did.
I knew about the
Yeah.
sacrifice, but I don't know. Did I know about the connection?
Nope, you didn't know about that part.
Okay, so
Well,
I'm like, yeah. Wait a second. What was that second part?
he wasn't going to sacrifice. I'm not.
No,
tied
that part
to-
was true. No, that part was true. Next, what was that other part? That the connection?
What was...
The connection doesn't have to be the strongest. It could be through someone else.
Is it through? But is it like through blood or is it like?
No.
Oh,
No.
okay. Okay. Congrats, Nix. You're not complete devil spawn. I feel like you're still mad at me.
Furious is a better answer. He wasn't going to sacrifice me.
You were literally in the altar circle.
He was doing it to help me.
You were literally in the altar circle,
Nix.
Nix.
Nix, you saw what happened to me, right? Like that was a very similar spell, right? And I was in a lot of danger, and it was a very similar spell. Like I know this is a very sensitive topic. I understand if you're upset, but like if it's a sensitive spell, if it's a similar spell, right? And I was put in danger, and the one that you were involved with was even stronger, and I was put in danger, and it wasn't as intense. Then it's not that far-fetched to think that
He wasn't going to sacrifice me.
I know
He loved me.
I know. But what if that wasn't what was going on?
None of you know anything.
I know more than you think.
I'm still confused as to how I tie into all of this.
Just let me hold on to the book. Please.
I don't...
For the betterment of
can-
the multiverse. Or planescape, I guess would be more accurate. I'll let Earhorn take it from there.
You can hold on to the book, but there's one thing I ask. This page is burned.
I think that's fair.
Fine.
Thank you.
With a snap of his finger, a sacred flame destroys only that page.
Hey, do that.
The rest of the book is left untouched. Thank you.
Nyx just quietly walks away, exits the church quietly.
Strontius gets up and was just, well, this has been pleasant and has gotten me almost nowhere. Thank you, Airhorn. Do you have a map? Do you have a map of the town
Not of the...
you could give me?
No. What? No. What? No. What? You just...
What?
It's like 20.
You just found out the two people were trying Ascension!
Yes?
And you're worried about a damn map!
Yes.
I'm starting to think that, out of game here, I'm not the least liked character anymore.
Fern? Fern, darling. We figured out the storm. And it's a problem.
Quick question, Reverend Father.
Yeah, what?
If there's a 6 and a 7, is there implication that there is a 1 through 5 or past a 7?
I feel
There
like
is-
that's not the most important thing.
Well, I feel like if 6 and 7, or at least 7 was Ascension, then
There
anything
is-
past a 7 would be worse.
There is record of only once a 10 being completed.
How long ago was that?
7 years ago.
Do I know
Same.
anything about what anything happened 7 years prior?
That was 7 years ago. A name was stricken from the Order of the Fallen.
Which name?
You
Wait.
don't know.
But it wasn't Loki.
It was not.
Cool. I asked as if...
The name that was stricken, the only name that you know, is in the Order of the Fallen, specifically the Far Fallen.
So,
7 years ago, the highest order deity in the Order of the Fallen was killed. And that's where session 1 ends.
How dare you do this to me?
Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. They are going to yell at me for the next half hour now, so I'm going to have fun with that. In the meantime, truly thank you all. I really appreciate you all. I hope you enjoyed our first session, and I will see you back here very soon. We all will see you back here very soon
bye.
Bye-bye.
for session 2.